live. Yeah, should be live. So, after the tie breaks, what do we got? So the tie breaks, Mr. Sanal beat Korobov. That's what I said, yeah. This guy is extremely dangerous. The French defense, knight f6. Yeah, because if you play f4, white is lost a lot of time. So knight f3, knight c6, bishop f4. Queen b6 seems to be critical. Bishop b7 seems to be a little bit passive. c3. But a6. Yeah, but come on, a6 is critical, yeah? a6 is critical hitting this guy. And then bishop a4. Now the serious question, can you take on b2? I have a feeling black can actually take this pawn. Hello, Mr. Yus. Hey, Andromeda, thanks, man, for yesterday. Appreciate it. Hello, Mr. Falcon. Yeah, so I don't understand. Yeah, they actually have 25 minutes. I mean, queen b6 is logical, yeah, because white doesn't have the central setup yet done. I expected castling, but then a6 for sure, yeah. But after c3, you should play a6 anyway, yeah. I mean, you can't take this bishop because black is just better. Pair of bishops, center. The only way to go is to probably play bishop a4, yeah. And now, again, you can play knight c5 even, or you can even take this pawn, yeah. I don't understand. Should be possible to take this. Right, we gotta check, yeah. Take, castles, c5. Will this queen be trapped or not? Doesn't seem so. Yeah, he runs away here. And black is fine. So you have to play this. And then queen d3. But after queen b6, queen comes back. Black has a pawn. Rook b8, castles. Black should be fine here. And of course also knight c5, yeah, because we do want this bishop. The computer finds this line. With a huge threat of b4, you cannot take on b2, so yeah, but queen b7, yeah, because if bishop c2, you'll still take this pawn. If you don't take this pawn, white is just better. So taking this pawn is critical, because if you don't take this pawn, white plays b4, puts the thing on d4, then, you know, the bishop's difference, you know, attacking potential, etc. But if you take the pawn, then everything is loose here. And white doesn't have the essential outpost. Yeah, so this knight c5 immediately looks pretty strange, to be honest. Very strange. Rook b1, of course, and now white keeps the bishop, and the bishop can go back to e2. And he keeps the central formation, and black is worse. Yeah, expected knight d4 first, but doesn't matter. White just plays in the center, bishop f1, very solid. Knight takes. This looks very shabby, to be honest. Very shabby, but what to do, yeah? I mean, the only thing I can think of is that black should probably just go, you know, standard b5. And then try to push for the b4 break. Pretty standard way of playing this. Yes, white has queen g4, rook e3, rook h3, very dangerous attack, I know. And the other plan is to play f6, which is also pretty common in French, yeah? So, okay, so you get worse structure, you get these weaknesses. But in reality, this is the only weakness, and one weakness you can defend. Yes, white will have some pressure, rook e3, g3, f4. If white gets lucky to trade these bishops. Might not be so lucky, yeah. Another thing very interesting for me, maybe you can play f5, yeah. f5, but yeah, because if you take, then black sort of wins the tempo. Yeah, and you don't have bishop e5 because of a lot of things, yeah. There's also the standard thing, but there is also knight e4 and queen d6. Okay, so f5 very interesting, but he plays bishop e5. Looks not correct. Yeah, he wants white to get rid of the central knight at the cost of the pawn chain. That's kind of weird. Hello, Mr. Dillmans. Hello, Mr. Ivanov. What happened with David versus Blumen? So unfair. Yes, guys, actually, I'll get back to this, but a lot of people, a lot of old guys qualified, yeah? Ivanchuk qualified, Ponomaryov qualified, a lot of Svidler qualified, yeah? This is beginning to look like a veterans tournament. Alright, so white played what? Oh, he played knight b5 anyway, and bishop e3, okay. Queen g4. Yeah, okay, but the threat is double. It's queen b4 and bishop h6, yeah? So this is weak. Yeah, black has problems. But if you give up this exchange, it's huge problems. It's just completely winning, yeah? It's just +2, there is no compensation. Just extra exchange, except that this b4 looks kind of weird. Because now, you know, black has very compact structure. It will be not easy for white to break through. Alright, this is important. If a queen ever leaves, then you have a4. But, okay, a3 first. See, the computer says a4, but okay, king h2 makes sense. Okay, but now, oh, come on, Korb. Oh my god, Korbov was playing for a win here. No, actually he's trying to lock the position, but yeah, because if you take, yeah, it's actually not bad, yeah, because then black pawn chain goes. Okay, yeah, at the same time you want to block g4, but if white ever gets g4 in, and he will get that in, with the rooks, this king will crumble, yeah. g4 immediately correct. No trade, absolutely. And white attack is just coming, you know. Black just open up the position for white to go break through. Incredible. You know, at this pawn, when this pawn structure is like this, white's only chance is to play f3 g4 anyway. Yeah, so okay, maybe it's not that great. Yeah, but that's why the computer plays queen e8 and puts the queen here. So you can protect this pawn with the queen. And yeah, the idea is like this, okay? Like you hang out, do g4, you play queen h8. And you create this threat. Okay. I mean, it's still obviously better for white, but it's not easy to break through at least. So, yeah, but after the game move is just disaster, yeah? White's extra exchange, h5, perfect play. Queen f7, check. Yeah, white. Oh, he doesn't. You don't even have king f5 because of check. Yeah. So you need the rook here to have any chance, but then king g4, rook d3, h5, check. Pawns coming. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, I had to play rook f8, but then king g4, rook d8, check, and check. Yeah, yeah, I just lost. Okay, you don't give an exchange, man. For free. So Korbov plays white, he has to win. We had white color in Blitz and there was no Armageddon. I don't like these new rules. Wait, what? We did had white color in Blitz and there was no Armageddon. Oh, they playing... Yeah, Mr. Dillman, what they do is they play until first win. But the thing about Blue Bomb is that he had a draw at the end, okay? He just played this amazing King D2 instead of King B2, right? If he plays King B2, it's draw, because we did actually blundered Rook F5, Rook takes F3, Rook H3, Rook G3, check. Draw. And if Blue Bomb draws that game, next game he plays with White, he has huge chance to win, and he would win. But he didn't make a draw, okay? So they play until first win, but I think it's okay. Because, you know, if you don't lose, then you don't get kicked out. I think that makes perfect sense. But if you lose, you know, what do you think? Oh, no rematch. I see. Well, wait, what is that sound? Did somebody raid me? I love Stress raided me with a party of 2. Thank you, Miss Stress. Annan said that me and Ivanchuk should get wildcards. So thank you so much, Vishy. There was a number of... Yeah, yeah, exactly. This World Cup is a bonanza. It's like bonanza of chess. Everything. You get excitement, you get knowledge, you get preparation, you get massive upsets. Yeah, a lot of grandmasters left the tournaments. Vashina Graf got eliminated. Incredible tournament, actually. No, if there was a draw, then the German would play White next game, and if he wins, he qualifies. So, you know, it's sort of like yeah, you know what I mean, right? I think it's actually fair. If you don't lose, you still get a chance to continue, and you trade the colors, and then you get White, and you have a chance to win. No, I think it's okay. All right. Okay, first World Cup since you got into chess is the most fun big tournament I have followed. Absolutely. Everybody loves World Cups. Even those people who don't play there. I mean, I don't play there and I still have so much fun watching it. I mean, the best fun for me was to watch all those upsets in the second round, yeah? All those seeded players, they got seeded, yeah? They skipped the first round, they got seeded into second, and they got kicked out immediately. That's kind of fair, you know, because you know, if you skip the first round, you get actually a free day, and you get to prepare for the guy who is in your bracket, who had to actually play the match and prepare for the first round opponent, and you have huge advantage. And if you get kicked out, having higher elo and being higher seeded, okay, I think that's pretty fair. All right, so. As I said, this Sanal guy, he is very, very strong. Korbov didn't take him seriously, man. But if you play this, black is just super solid, and this guy just plays what I play, yeah? This is my position. This is what I play. This is Slav Schlechter with Bishop G4 takes F3. This is exactly what I play, except that you don't have to play A6 here. You can play A5 immediately. Yeah, so let's see if Korbov H5 is... Actually, H5 is not that good, because if White gets E4 in, this pawn chain kind of becomes weak. All right? So I stopped playing H5 with black. The only reason I played H5 sometimes if I put this knight on D6, F5, and then try to sacrifice something here. But, you know, that looks nice, but... yeah, knight e2, knight goes to perfect square on d3, okay? Like, the pawn and knight behind is the best thing you can do. Because pawn hits everything, knight supports the pawn, and great square. So knight e4, queen c2, knight d6, knight f4. Yeah, but knight d3, right? Like, what, okay. White is not in a rush. So this pawn is potentially weak, white can try to bring this bishop now to e1, then play f3. White can also think about playing queen e1 and then f3, e4 anyway. Okay, and black is worse. Okay, I know this position. This is how white should play. This is correct. And black is worse. So white is dancing around this structure. So the dance brought the knight to control the squares. And here, if white can actually play c5, f4, this pawn will become pretty weak. I mean, but you don't have to, yeah? I mean, c5, f4, and then you can either play for the b4 plan, because you have these two, God, what is it called? Two hooks, okay? Two hooks which close the board. After c5, black has no break here, and after f4, you have no break here. So the only break black will have is this g5 thing, but with this pawn on f4, it's easily contained, and you don't have access to d4 pawn. Only the bishop hits it, and even if you do, the knight is ready to go here. The only problem is this knight on e4, but again, I think white is just... Actually, white's advantage is very palpable. Okay, so queen e7, queen e2, knight d7, and he wants to play f5. Okay, seems right. Rook c2. Finally, he plays f3, and knight f4 with idea of knight e2. Rook takes, correct. Okay, Korbov plays really well this part of the game. So you can see now, black has no more central knight, pawn is under attack, and e4 is coming. So g5, black is doing everything he can. And so he's stopping e4 for the moment because of the trades. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. And e4 anyway. So let's see. I thought this stops it, yeah? I thought this stops it, but you have queen d2. Wow. Just sack the pawn. That's pretty amazing, actually. So you just sacrifice the pawn, but you get this bishop open and you want to play d5. Yeah, but it kind of looks okay, no, for black. Oh, you have rook e6, okay. So, but if ed5, cd5, then you play d6, bishop d5, white is a little bit better, yeah. Okay, but queen d2, yeah. And that's why black plays actually f4 to keep this bishop shut. And now now something. Yeah, but white will transfer the bishop here. Black will possibly play rook e8. All right, it's still complicated. But he plays f4, and I think white is just much better now. e5, correct. Bishop goes to d3, obviously. Oh, this doesn't seem right. What? King f2? Yeah, you know, bishop f1 immediately, yeah? Put the bishop. And then I think it's c5, b4, a4, going for the a4, b5 break here. Because with the bishop here and the queen on this diagonal, black is forever pinned to this thing. And when white breaks through here with pair of bishops, should be a huge advantage. But okay, you have to play slow this, yeah? So Sanal plays all these blitz moves. Oh, and then c5. Oh my god. Wow. Look at this resource. Yeah, I had to take with the rook. After c5, black is better. Because of this queen. Because of this king here. If the king was on h2, you just play d5 and you're better. Because black doesn't have check. But now this pawn chain crumbles. Yeah, because d5. Take. And check, yeah. And suddenly black is winning. See, all it takes is the tactical, And you see he rushed here, okay? So Korobov has 13 minutes in this position versus Sanal, who has 5 minutes. And Korobov is the one who blunders. Not the... Yeah, I mean, huge advantage, but he plays king f2 and he misses this idea and black is better. .95 is probably more to the point. Yeah, 95, you hit this guy, you hit this guy, hit this guy. Bishop e5 is if you want to trade the bishop and just make the draw, which makes sense. Then rook c5, very strong. Knight c6 is very reasonable. Because check, check, and now white king has to go back. Wow, black pieces are very active, and king f2 again. Rook g3 check. Oh, he just blunders check and oh my god. Whoa. And Korobov has more time, but he loses the position. Well, he blunders a lot, yeah, in this game. Okay. Yes, but okay. All right, so Korobov lost. To be honest, Sanal looked very strong in this match, in this tiebreaks. Remember how I told you he wanted to make draws, quick draws in the classical, and bring Korobov to blitz, and that kind of worked. So Vasily played today tiebreaks. Let's see it. Versus Wei E, Catalan with bishop d2, c5. Okay, and Vasily is ready. Yeah, this is main line. Take and knight c6. This is main line. Knight c3. So let's see. Queen f5. White has extra pawn, but black has this very serious h3 and either knight e4, knight g5, knight f3 idea. Or knight g4. Also, this extra pawn is not yet relevant. Yeah. Also, there is rook c8 potentially. So white has to be a little bit careful here. Queen d6, first line. Bishop h1 is incorrect. Apparently bishop f1 is better because you protect the king with the queen. If black plays g5, you take this pawn, yeah. And if knight e4, then queen f4, queen e6, g5 the threats. Unclear, but you sort of, you know, keep your extra pawn. King is a little bit weak, but you still have extra pawn. Bishop h1 prevents knight e4, but nope, doesn't prevent it. Okay. Rook a4, nice. Yeah. So white needs to get rid of this pawn, and the only way to do that is to play bishop f3. But he is a little bit scared. Who wouldn't be? I mean, if bishop f3, can't black play this? And something like, yeah, even knight d2. If queen f4, knight b3. Yeah, see, this is a little bit scary with the king like that, having huge holes. So he plays queen c7, he wants to trade the queens. If he trades the queens, white is better. But you don't get to trade the queens, yeah? Rook c2 runs into rook c4, resigns. Black actually plays for a win, wow. Okay, not anymore, draw. So, Vasily now, wait, no, that was last match, right? So, Ivanchuk, this was his draw, and Vice actually beats him with black. Incredible. In the Italian game, because white goes for the super sharp popular line, and black knows what he is doing. C6, 92, and knight f5. Yeah, this move is considered to be not very accurate. Either bishop g6 or bishop f5. I know this because I looked at this with one of my students, like maybe a year ago. So knight f5. Okay, I don't have many students. I have only one student, so I looked with only one student. Because I don't have energy for many students. Knight a4, correct. Wait, he didn't. Oh, okay. Queen c3 is possible, but apparently should take and play queen c2. Because if you take on c4, black takes here, and then there is b5, which is pretty equal. But queen c2, and if you take on d4, now you take here, and white is better. Not much, but a little bit. And if you take, a knight is hanging. If you take on e3, pawn takes, this pawn is kind of weak. Alright. But queen c3 is playable, bishop a5, okay, queen here, take, queen. Right, very interesting position. The knight is super strong here. Black potentially has queen h4 and either f6 or rook e8, rook e6, rook g6 attacking motive, because this bishop takes a lot of key squares and white's bishop is not that great. But f3 and bishop f2 now is probably very important. This move is okay, but yeah, see what the computer does? He plays f3, bishop f2, keeps the bishop out of the way after rook sways, prevents c5, and also takes important squares like h4 and g3 under control, so that white can later play g4, f4 at some point if he wants to. Yeah. But okay, bishop f4 is also possible. This is for the f6, so you take with the bishop. Rook e8. Queen c3 is kind of weird. This guy is not playing, so you need to bring this fellow back, yeah? So you gotta rush and play knight g3, makes sense. Queen c3, I don't know. I don't know why rook e6 is not played, because it's logical, but f6 is okay. And black is okay. Trades, rook e1, rook g6, but now black is better, because this guy is here, and this guy is here. And black brings the bishop in one move, and then there is knight h4. So white has potentially big problems. I like c5, because if you take d4 and bishop b7, and you see all black pieces are participating in this attack. Knight h4 resigns. Why? Because this thing is gonna hang, yeah? Okay, this is not enough. Oh, there is queen f4, of course. So after c5, black is better. Very nice game by Vasily, but it proves, you know, that Wei Yi made a lot of waiting moves like rook d1, then queen c3. He spent 2 whole tempo. Yeah, he spent 2 whole tempo playing these 2 moves instead of bringing this knight right back to the defense of your king. And then structurally white is a little bit better, but now black is just better. Correct. Active king. Again, this knight is on the rim. Rook is coming to c2, unless you play rook d2, but then king e5, d4 anyway. Active king, great bishop. Rook on the right place, central pawn. Yep. Just grab the pawn. Yep. Grab another pawn. And bishop b7. And resigns. Very nice. Very nice game. Great execution of your opponent's mistakes. Okay. You wish Ivanchuk to get to the 3rd place? Wait, they now have 3 places qualifying for the candidates or 2? They used to have only 2 places, yeah? Is it 3 now? I didn't know. If the 3 places now, it makes a lot of sense to play in this tournament actually, yeah? I'll consider it. Okay, so Van Hao beats David Howell. Experience triumphs. So let's see how Dragon plays this. A4s, A5, modern way of playing this position. Trying to secure the square for the knight or the pawn for potential attack. Alright, but this is all theory, no? Okay, the computer says A6, B6, G4, followed by Rook E7, Knight E5, advantage wide. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Queen D2 is very slow. 96 looks correct. Yeah, because if you play A6, it's also double-edged, right? That pawn is weak. Also on the light square. Have to be very careful playing moves like that. Wait, how can White possibly win this? I don't understand. How can he possibly win or lose this position? It should be impossible. I really don't like this move. I mean, it's okay, you still play... Oh, he just stands, right? F5, yeah. 26. Alright, the black plays F4. Black is actually better because you're fixing the pawns on the dark squares. But King F8, reasonable. 27. He misses G4. Okay. Wait, you play G5 here without Queen E6, Queen F6 prep? That's kind of crazy, but okay, possible. No, seriously? Are you serious? He blunders? Queen F6 just draw, man. Queen F6 is just draw. Jesus Christ. I mean, not an easy draw, but still a draw. And C5 pretty much, sure. And you can just stand, yeah. Just King G6. There is no King F4. And if check, and King G7. F4, threatening to take. And this, yeah, suddenly, you know, things got very complicated very fast. But taking here is terrible. F4, White just wins, yeah, because King G6, H5, game over. White has 2 central pass pawns and cut-off king. It's just completely lost. He just blundered in one move. Okay, 29 seconds, but still. How can you take on E5? My god. Alright. And the second game, he didn't manage to win. And Dragon qualifies for the next round. This is not correct. Yeah, queen does not belong there. Queen belongs on E2. Queen e5 is also wrong. Okay, small advantage whites, but you have to hurry. You have to bring this fella to c4. If this knight gets to c4, protecting this pawn, then you get very normal standard King's Indian, except that black has some problems here because of this very strong bishop. So, but you have to play knight d1, knight d3, c4 immediately. You cannot spend time playing moves like this. This is useless move. Yeah, but if you take, it's absolutely nothing. Okay, something. Black is actually better now. Black is actually better, but thanks to his better structure, this is not good. And now this knight has no squares. Black is just better. Black has a very clear plan. Push the pawns. He's pushing those pawns, yep. And prevents c5, yep. Alright, no chance. No chance for white. He had only one chance, but he went into this endgame and he screwed it. He screwed up. Yep. Alright, so Van Gaal played really well. Yasipenko versus Vallejo. Alright, getting back to comments. What? How Van Gaal became actually so good at chess? Is he such a huge talent? What do you mean? He had the whole Chinese support behind him. People don't know that if Ivanchuk meets any Russian player, he must refuse playing him. Really? Oh, that's right. Ukrainian sportsmen are instructed to not play Russians. Yep. But wait, wasn't this fencing champion? She beat Russian girl, and then the Russian wanted to shake hands or something. There was a huge scandal. But they actually fenced, yeah? And the Ukrainian fencer won the match. But the Russian just wanted the handshake, knowing that the Ukrainian will refuse, and that was a crazy story. So Ukrainians actually can compete, but the problem is if you're competing with the Russian player, the FIDE rules state that you must shake your opponent's hand. Okay? That is the problem, okay, guys? Guys, he can play, but what he must not do is he must not shake hands. And it will be very interesting because in FIDE laws it says clearly that you must shake hands with your opponent before the game. Because if you do not shake hands, you actually can be forfeited. So that's actually a very, very interesting situation. The problem, of course, is if he plays those Russians who moved to Europe and now playing under European flags, right? Are they considered still Russians? Because now they represent new countries. The Russians who play under the neutral flag, they're still Russians, right? So he can't shake hands with these guys. But the Russians who now play under Serbian or under Spanish or some other flags, they now represent other countries. So he has to shake their hand. Good evening, Mr. Master Vriatovic from Portugal. Right. This was said on Chess.com broadcast. Okay, we will see what happens. Let's hope that he doesn't meet the FIDE flag Russians. And we'll see. Yes, exactly. He is playing Turkish man. Okay, Turkish man. All right, buddy. Hey, from Dublin, what's up? He'll then behave as Ukrainian sports minister dictates. Correct. That's all he can do. Right, but let's go back to chess, guys, okay? We have this Vallejo versus Yesipenko. Yesipenko prepared for crazy Vallejo lines. But he can't be ready for any... Okay, 94. Very rare move, actually. Usually people play d5 here, like, without thinking. But 94 is still possible, yeah? d3. Oh, no d3. 96. Very interesting. Take. Check, knight c3, d5. Castles. Oh, this is incorrect. He had to play bishop e3. Threatening d5, forking the knights. Then white has advantage. After this, white no longer has the advantage because, you know, white is actually behind in the development. Despite black playing so many moves with his knight, it is white who is lagging in the development. Kind of crazy. Oh my god, he just blunders this move. 95, seriously? No way, come on, 93. No way, come on, Paco. You seriously thought you can play this? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, but he's already much worse. But here he played queen e2 at least, yeah? What is this bishop f7? Bishop g6, my god. Wow. 22 moves lost with white. My god. Okay. When that happens, you know your World Cup is done. Now Paco plays black. Now we see... Yeah, everybody's playing knight b3 now, yeah? And just... Oh, queen c3. New plan. Oh, okay. So the idea is if black plays queen b6, you play queen d3, and this is a draw, because white needs a draw to qualify. Alright, so rook here, queen d2 finally, c3. Yeah, the problem with black position, this bishop has no squares. And if you develop the bishop here, then it's like my yesterday game versus Miss Stress. Miss Stress, you recognize the position, right? So then we get knight f4 and stuff here. How is it possible that GM plays such moves in VC? It's possible because, you know, these guys been there already for a week. They played 3 matches, including tiebreaks, you know, and your head starts to go bananas, okay? Your head starts to go bananas. So g6, king g2, bishop g7, and I think Paco is older than me. I'm not even sure. Is he older than me or not? I'm very curious. So Vallejo Pons is... Oh, he is younger. 82. He is... Okay, so it's... what? 74 and 82 is what? My god, I can't calculate. 84 is 10 years, 82 is 8 years difference, right? Okay. So he's 8 years younger, actually. Wow. Yeah, he looks like he's... right, let's not comment on the looks. Okay, rook e2. A little better for whites. Black is trying to keep the tension. You cannot take on b2 because... And yet he takes, yeah? Because if you don't take on b2, white just plays knight f1, knight e3, trades this knight. White's position very, very solid. Yeah, but queen a4 looked natural, yeah? Queen a4 and at knight f1. You still cannot take it because of dc and b4. Okay, I see. But you take here. You force this move. And white is better because this bishop does not belong here. This bishop belongs somewhere here. Yeah, so advantage white, yeah. So that's why he takes and he goes for the massive complications, but after 94, knight d6, you must take. Now this battery is a mate in 1, so you have to castle. And you cannot play rook e8. If you play rook e8, knight g5, threat of mates, f5 resigns, yeah. So you have to give up the exchange, which means you probably... but why not take this pawn also? Because knight g5 is coming anyway, and if you take with the rook c1 and dc5, yeah. And then this rook gets to the 7th, yeah. Okay, so he plays cd4, but if he plays cd4, it's just absolutely no compensation. Wait, knight g5, why? Knight g5, oh, rook e7, he wants to take on e7, okay. So you attack the queen, prevent rook e7, a3, and knight g5 now forces... What? Loses in one move. Rook f8 and it's still a fight, yeah? Rook f8 is still a fight. But taking here, knight f6... Mamma mia, of course you take. I would take with the rook actually, yeah? Take with rook. Okay, knight takes is also good because rook g6, indefensible position. White has a draw, but he can win now, yeah? So he doesn't need the draw. Yeah, okay. Not a good match for Paco. Very strange play in the first round with white. If you lose with white, crazy. Giri versus Abbasov. Now this should be fun, yeah? Giri started with the win actually. That's why h5, not h6 is a problem in this position. Okay. Alright. Everybody calculating the h? Okay, thank you. So let's see. Giri plays white. I expected e4, but no, solid Giri is back. But solid Giri is good. Because he knows his stuff. Plays very safe. Developments. Wait, what? What? Why do you play rook d1 then? You can play d3 immediately. Like, what the hell, man? He just wasted the whole tempo. What is he doing? You guys see it, right? He played rook b1, now he plays rook c1. What is this? And yet, the computer says white has advantage. And b4. Why? Because there is a whole bunch of tactics here. Knight g5, knight f6, yeah, opening the bishop. Yeah, but if you play like this, okay, so what's the problem? Let's see. Take on here. 95, right? Oh, the queen has nowhere to go. Oh, the queen has nowhere to go. Uh-huh. And wherever it goes, it falls for this thing. And white wins the material. And the material is white has queen for rook, bishop, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, and that's it. And king is bad. Pieces have no firm outposts. Advantage white, not advantage, just winning. Yeah? Nice. Nice prep, Mr. Giri. Okay, so, but then you take on c5 and this extra pawn. Castles, correct. And safe, but not good. Yeah, d4. Connect the pawns, create central mass of pawns here. Yeah, but still complicated, because black has pair of bishops, and these pawns are kind of weak. I would say black has decent chances here, yeah. So he take on b6 maybe actually correct from practical point of view, because a4 makes more sense, but okay, rook c3 is possible. Now white wants to triple, right? Create pressure. And then the question is where this knight is going, because this knight is okay, but this knight is not doing anything. So probably knight h4 at some point, yeah. So let's see. Oh, d4, okay. Undoubling the pawns. Do you have to? Not sure that you had to do that, but okay. Knight a5, logical. Otherwise, knight c4, trade the rooks, pawn is hanging. Yeah, black is doing okay. And this apparently is not correct. Take on bishop f7 and play this position like that. What is the problem with queen d5? I want to know. Knight d4 immediately. Okay, so the threat of knight f6, and there is a threat of knight e6, and then potentially bishop d5. So black must play something like queen d4. Okay, good job. And this is equal. This, ladies and gentlemen, is equal. You have to know what you're doing. Still equal. Why? Do you want to give a check? I like knight b3 actually, bringing the knight into the game. Or b5, yeah. Oh. Wait. Wait. What? What is this check? What? What check? How can you allow king b5? Come on, man. Jesus Christ. What check? My god. Start pushing these guys. You have pawn majority here. Trades pieces. Then, you know, trade pawns. Eventually, once the pawn is advanced enough, you play knight c6 to king b5. Just king c7. Just hold it. It's a fortress. What knight c6? Why just got a free a-pawn rush? Okay, he thought the color is wrong. But you see what white does? He threatens this pawn push and he wants to move the king here. And black is actually in the Zugzwang. King has no moves, knight has no moves. And this is bad. Wow. Yeah, didn't know that this position can be lost so quickly. Pretty amazing, yeah. This is lost. Because you're fixing your pawn on the square. Another weakness. This is not good. Wow. Amazing. Amazing how you can lose this endgame, yeah? Absolutely draw. Just play king c7. And if ever d5, knight goes to d6. Let's just draw. Even if he plays like this, it's g5. Because the moment you play this, he can get the knight back. And now knight is here also, yeah. Protecting everything. Incredible. Incredible. And yet, he managed to beat Giri in the next game. Well, okay. Obviously, Magnus is a favorite. The Giri, I don't think so. Giri just got eliminated, so it's not Giri for sure. Abdusatorov, you know, who had the biggest chance, he got eliminated. Yeah, I was thinking of Abdusatorov before the event, but You know, I think it's Gukers now. Yeah, Gukers and of course all the other top guys. Yeah. Yeah, this World Cup is a very specific tournament. It's hard to say who's gonna win because there will be so many surprises and twists in the plot. So you play IQP position, correct? Yeah, this is new. This is a recent idea. You just trade the bishop because without this bishop, then you can play g6, and white doesn't have ability to use exposed dark squares. Okay, so trade. Yeah, d5 draw, so 94. Okay. I'm pretty sure this guy analyzed this position, h4 first line, and g4. Alright, so Abasov analyzed this for sure, because you can only play this if you analyze this stuff, okay? So what's the problem with bishop c6? g5, knight of d5, queen g4, and it's like in London system, you have this knight and you have this pawn, and white has some chances, yeah? Because then you're gonna, all you need is like basically rook a3 and then rook g3 here. So dangerous position for black actually, yeah? Knight c6 does not look correct. Rook e5 first line, queen h5, and white is already winning because the h file is open. That's why I should not take on g5 with black. Bishop d3, rook a3 maybe even some point, yeah. Oh, this is not correct. Wow. It should be bishop b3 apparently, for some reason. What's the difference? Oh, the difference is you play this, okay. Right. And the bishop d3, black has f5. Right, good spot by Giri, yeah? He managed to save his game. Because with the bishop on this diagonal, you cannot play the f-pawn, yeah? It's rook e6 and gone. But now you can play f5 and black is okay, amazingly. King f7, great defense, but we all know Giri is a great defender, right? Rook h8. Too defensive. He had to go counter-offensive with the mates. Giri is too defensive, but rook h6 is still okay, yeah. Bishop c6. My god, Giri is about to win second game. Despite getting to lost position in the opening, he survives it. And then he makes this move. Yeah, I mean, queen d4. Okay, but he had to see king g8 here. But centralized queen, safe king, yeah, great bishop, great rook, everything is protected. Rook e7. And after knight g4, black wins. Man, chess can be the rook g3. Then you have knight h5 coming to f4. Because of rook g4, it's bishop f3 check. Okay, so it actually requires a lot of calculation. Yeah, it's not simple. But you know, it should be something in positions like this, yeah. He plays knight d5, he wants to trade the queens, he gets his wish, he gets into the endgame. However, the endgame is a little bit tricky. Because rooks are very active, king is a little bit off. 97, no, but you have to trade all the attacking potential, yeah. You have to trade all the attacking potential. I think even this is okay. This is, I mean, it's rook endgame, yeah? It should be still okay. The computer plays knight e2, of course, which is the best move. Prevents white from, you know, connecting the pawns. Now these are weaknesses. Better for white. But 97. check. Wait, what is this activity? Okay, 98, knight c5. See, black is actually worse in this endgame, yeah? It's the only move. A b5 runs into knight d4, yeah? Okay, so rook c3. And huge problems for black because his king is gonna get hit to the 7th. Actually, great game. Giri is defending with seconds on the clock. Oh, okay. Wrong way to go. Wrong way to go. Had to play king d8, but this is very scary. I don't know about you guys, but this... Oh, rook gh8. Ah. Uh-huh. And f96. Let's check. Check. King g3 is knight e2. King e3 is knight... Even rook d1 is okay, yeah. Very hard. Very, very hard. King f8 is very human, but it's a box. Knight d6, yep. And suddenly, mate threat or you lose the exchange. Oh my god, this guy even finds this move. You know, at this point I was just taking exchange, but rook g4 just wins on the spot. Immediately. My god. Because you cannot take the rook of mate and everything is hanging. Wow, what a game, man. Amazing. He didn't throw this game, he tried his best, but his opponent played incredibly well this endgame. Incredibly well. I mean, white finds all those chances, yeah? I mean, to think that black ends up in this position after having this, yeah? I mean, looks just equal. And see what happens? He traded the bishops and allowed the white knight to centralize, and then rook b3, and everything came. Incredible. Incredible. Okay. So, very nice win by this guy. So now they go play another 2 rapids. Giri plays b6, doesn't want to end up in the same situation. Very safe play by black. c5, and it's just equal, completely equal. Yeah, that's what Giri should have played in the last game. Because this is just draw, man. Draw. Okay. So, Giri is white. Catalan with bishop b4, a5. And b5, very famous line. Knight d7. I mean, I saw this queen d2, queen g5 like 20 years ago, but I've never really looked at this line. The computer suggests queen b5, but queen g7 is very interesting. And the idea is that black king is not safe. But these pawns are dangerous as heck. And they just agreed on a draw. Okay, so they go into the blitz tiebreaks. Giri is not known to play in Title Tuesdays, and this guy Abbasov, he is constantly playing Title Tuesdays. I would say that gave Abbasov a large advantage in the blitz tiebreaks. Title Tuesday is the measure of your blitz strength. See, Fabi started playing in the Rapids and Blitz events, and look at his results. Yeah, he started actually feeling very confident in Rapids and Blitz games, and doing great. Actually beat Magnus in one of those games. I don't remember where. Was it either Rapid or Blitz? Can't remember. So c5. Okay. Another draw. Yep, just total draw. And Abasov draws with white, and now Giri. Giri tries to win with white, I guess, yeah? Oh, G6. This is a pet line of all those guys. Yeah, bishop G7, knight f6, huge fighting line. H3 or bishop B3? I think bishop, okay, or F3 actually, yeah. Knight A5, yeah, this is incredibly interesting line to play in a blitz game, yeah. Fighting line. If white doesn't do everything correctly, he can easily get into a worse strategic position. So he has to do things right here. But it's not simple. Queen D3. Okay. I would play here Queen D2 because bishop goes to H6 now. You have to trade one pair of bishops. If you trade the dark squared bishops, white is better for sure, okay? I mean, bishop G5 is okay, but I really liked... Okay, he wants to do it by Queen E3. Centralization, take, bishop H6. Okay, so white is better, but what happened? What the heck happened here, yeah? White is better, but in order for white to be really better, you need to have the C3 pawn and knight on D5, yeah? So you need to be able to play knight D5, which means you have to protect this pawn. So how do you play, yeah? See, the computer suggests Queen C1, and then knight D5, because if black takes, you open the rook right away. And also with the queen on C1, you can play rook D2, and then knight D5, yeah? And after Queen C1, white is better. He plays rook D4, but this move serves no purpose, because black is gonna double here and prevent the knight moving. Still equal. This serves no purpose again. A6 and B5 is coming, yeah? White is better, but he missed knight D5. He had the chance to play knight D5, thanks to protecting this pawn. Now he changed his mind. Yeah, but this position is good for white. So what happened? He plays this, black plays Queen E5. You don't have knight D5 anymore, because if you take on C2, and black is ready to go F5 now. And black is better. A5 also. He blunders rook C4. Oh, that's what he blundered. And black is winning now, yeah? He blundered B4, rook takes C4, and Queen A5. Black is just completely winning. So Giri, look at this position. This position, white is better. And look at what white has done since playing this position. So this is move 19. And look at move 36. White achieved absolutely no progress. Look at black progress. Doubling, pushing pawns, huge progress, yeah? Queen C8, reasonable. And white lost. Okay. Outplayed, gentlemen, outplayed. Giri doesn't play these positions. I play these positions, so I know how to play here, but he doesn't. I don't recall Giri playing last time against the dragon. Wow. Very nice opening choice by the Abasov, actually. Fantastic choice by Abasov. Hello, Mr. Burley Stance. Thank you for the subscribing. Azaro is Anish, who plays TT frequently. Svidler would be easier to play with Abasov versus than Giri. It depends. Yeah, Abasov played really well. Yeah. Alright, we'll get there. When you train yourself, should you force yourself to do like endgames, tactics? Should you just train what you feel like training? Okay, man. You should definitely have some sort of a goal. What do you want to train? Yeah, and just follow that goal, whatever it is. All right, so Geary is out. One of the big favorites. You know, in the match system, what is important not to lose the game. So people who have solid style, like Geary, you know, other solid players, they have higher chances to win the match because they're just more solid and they see tactics, of course. And that's why the only way to beat these solid guys is like here. You take them to the blitz. They're a little bit older, they're a little bit slower, and they miss stuff in blitz game, okay? Chances of beating them in a classical game are not that much, but in a blitz game they increase like exponentially. Okay, so we saw this. Let's see Peter's game. Yeah, it was amazing classical match, 1-1. But now Peter wins with black. And he plays f6, which is computer first line. And the idea is that black, what? Yeah, e3, e5, knight c3. Knight c3 immediately. Very strange. Knight takes d4, yeah, and? This is weird. Okay. But assuming, looking at the time that Van Forest has, he has 25-45, means he prepared this thing. Okay, and you want to avoid your opponent's prep, so Svidler plays this move, but after e4, white is better. Except this move kind of stinks, yeah? I mean, queen b3 is so natural here. Attacking this guy, preparing rook to d1, preparing bishop b5. The only problem for white is how to develop this king side, yeah? That's the problem. But okay, probably he analyzed this also, so I'm not gonna go very hard on him. f4, okay, f4, f4, but after this check, black has pair of bishops, but you have development. Queen b6, otherwise black is just much worse. You have to stop that, you have to stop white from castling. Apparently knight a4, queen b5, knight c3 is a draw. But queen a4 is reasonable. But yep, black pieces are coming. Knight f5, g6, bishop g7, and pair of bishops. And one thing you have to know about Svidler is that also knight g4, yeah, knight g4, huge threat. One thing about Svidler you have to know is that Svidler is super strong with pair of bishops. He's like one of the best players you want to have if you have pair of bishops. Yeah, h3, knight f5, knight g3. See, black is already... Yeah, g6, bishop g7. This bishop here is magnificent. Magnificent. Which is why in this position I really wanted to keep this bishop alive, yeah? And which is why maybe you should have played f3, but no, it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing, 93. Not exactly the same thing, yeah? You have g4 here. Because with the pawn on f3, you have access to these squares. Then you play knight h3, knight f4. And this knight can potentially lock onto this square. So that's why it's important to have the bishop on controlling one set of squares, like dark squares, and your pawns are controlling all the light squares that your bishop does not control. Okay, that's the general thinking. So f3 I think is more reasonable actually, yeah, because you need to hit this guy but also keep the light squares, because after f4, look at these light squares, yeah, these light squares are gone and the bishop is blocked by his own pawn. So he plays knight d4, g6, takes, knight f5, very reasonable. You want to trade the knights, but if you play knight b3, it's bad, yeah, it's terrible. You can't play like this. He had to play bishop e3 now. You have to put pieces actively. Who cares about this pawn? Who cares about this bishop? White has to keep knights in the center. You cannot play knight b3, man. This knight is a disaster. Maybe he was hoping for g4, bishop e3, but it's not happening. Black can play h5. Oh, that's what he did. Excellent. See, now this knight is great compared to this guy. This bishop potentially can even come here. Rook goes to c8. White has no access to light short castling. But if white castles here, it's a5, a4. Black king is actually very, very safe. Look at this guy. He controls all these squares, huge squares from the bishop, from the knight. And all the white pieces are incredibly passive. Jesus. Queen a6. Veteran grandmaster move. He can play bishop h6, king f7, rook c8, go for an attack. But why? Yeah. You win a tempo hitting the queen, and you want to play b5, b4, and hit these knights like where they have nowhere to go. Yeah. And of course, the endgame is much better for white. Oh, my black, of course. Pair of bishops, weak pawns, knights have no squares. b5, b4, king f7. My God, terrible endgame. This is kind of coffee house move, yeah, because it doesn't do anything. There is no threat. There is no threat. The only threat I can see is knight d6, knight c4, yeah. But the moment you play knight d6 is bishop e3 and the rook has to go back. So I don't know. But king a2 is kind of wrong. Because black wants to play e6 himself, of course, and now the king is here. And bishop f8, yep, black improves his position. See, white is paralyzed. Completely paralyzed. Great game by Svidler. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he wanted to take this pawn, but then he realized rook takes a4, yeah? And the problem with rook d5 is if you take here, the problem is this, yeah? Huge problem because the threat is take on e3. So black is a pawn up. You've got pair of bishops, pawn up. What else do you want, yeah? From life. From chess life. My God. A massacre. This is a total massacre. Okay. So this was this game, and then if you win with black, and then you play white, and you play very solid chess, of course. You trade everything, play very, very solid, and make a draw. See? Queen trades, rook trades. Chess is simple. Trade everything. If you cannot trade, put stuff on d4, okay? Because it's like forever, yeah? Okay, white is actually winning here. Completely winning here. Yeah, okay, rook a7. Yeah, rook a7 and black is like pins in every way possible. So Svidler just, okay, agrees on a draw, I guess. He's a nice guy. Okay. Black offers a draw because he is technically much worse. Okay, dominating performance by Svidler. Very strange piece of prep by Van Forest. To be honest, yeah, if you play this stuff, then I assume you should actually really analyze it like really well until you really know your middle game plan and you know your best pawn formation. Because yeah, I understand there were a lot of crazy lines that black could play, but or just don't play this crap. Yeah, just play normal stuff, and you know, it's kind of crazy. What did I miss? Okay. Yeah, Svidler and me, we like had huge rivalry in the World Cups. Yeah, I beat him in 2007 and I became the champ. And he beat me in 2009 with the absolutely magnificent, brilliant rookie 2 queen g3 stuff. Yeah, it was the game of the year. And after that, after I lost that match to Peter, I knew that, you know, he was probably the best player and he won the World Cup. Yeah. Yes, actually, Giri had some book, which is why I tell you guys, all these books on the openings, this is just commercial stuff. Yeah, these guys are just making money, and all the stuff they give you, you can basically get from. You know how to get this stuff? You bring up the old books, which are pretty much free. Yeah, or you bring up a data. The best investment for you? You can write your own books then, okay? I'll tell you. Just buy ChessBase. It's a one-time investment. Then you download their, you know, either buy their database of games until the very modern year, or you just download the entire Tweak collection for the last 20 years. It's enough, okay? And then any program like ChessBase, it has a humongous opening tree. And all the games to every line are organized. They have a lot of functions. There's like, you know, they can organize your opening variations. So you know move by move and there is statistics. It tells you like which line is very popular, which line scores the most. What is the most popular line among the grandmasters? What is like lesser popular lines, okay? So basically, you know, you don't need all these books to study the openings, okay? And I never buy openings. Last time I bought an opening book was like 30 years ago, maybe, okay? What I'm doing is like I'm looking at the ChessBase. If I want to study the opening, I just create this opening key for this opening. I download the games only in this key, okay? Because if you work with the 5 billion games database, it's going to take a long time. All right. So the way to study for specific openings, at least for me, is I create a database, certain database specific to that opening. I download games only specific to this opening, and you get maybe like 500,000 games max. That is a lot easier to work with. Okay. And with that 500,000 games, you start looking at the lines, you start looking at the stuff, you know. And with the fast enough computer, it's pretty fast, okay? And just, you want to master an opening, dedicate yourself like a couple of weeks, you study every day, different line, all right? Analyze it. I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of grandmasters do, or the coaches, you know, that's the coach job. He has to go over the games and, you know, pick the best ideas. Then, after analyzing all those available games, using the engine, then there's brainstorming and you come up with new stuff, okay? So all those chess opening books, I hate to admit it, but it's commercial stuff, okay? I'm sure there are a lot of good books, and they are very useful if you want to save time, because maybe you don't have time to create all these databases, you don't have time to, you know, to go through all those games, you know, maybe you're terrible with the computers. Okay, yes, then you need the book. I agree, because it just gives you the structure, you know, it gives you certain lines, already specific games, etc., etc. But the problem with these books is they get outdated so quickly. Okay, all these lines that you're seeing in the book, in about 1 month, they will be pretty much almost all of it outdated, unless it is the golden chess classics, the openings that stood the test of time, you know, 100, 200 years. Okay, yeah, they'll be like eternal, yeah. But if you want something sharp, you know, that kind of book is quickly gonna be replaced by new lines and new games, etc. All right, that was a crash course. Okay. All right, so let's go next, right? Well, the point is that you don't just work with the engines, you analyze. Engine is just a tool to help you understand what's going on in the Grandmaster game, okay, and understand quickly. In the past, with the really weak engines, you had to wait. You could not trust the engine then, okay? You had to wait until the engine reaches depth 30. That was the golden standard, like 10 years ago, okay? But the engines were weak, and the computers were not so good, and and the chess programs, they didn't use the capability that multi-processor computers had, yeah? They didn't use all those cores. It's only like recent, like 10 years ago or something, that the chess engine started to use all those cores and exponential growth, etc., etc. And in those times, you had to wait, I don't know, like at least 15, 20 minutes, for the engine to reach depth 30. And obviously, if you're gonna wait for the computer to look at every line like that, it's gonna take all your time, yeah? So it was a little bit more complicated. So you had to use, there was actually a famous example how there was a match between Kramnik and Leko, right? And Leko's coaches, or it was Kramnik coach, I don't remember who. It was Spanish Marshall, very famous game. And the coaches just barely spent like 1 or 2 minutes for the engine. And the engine showed this line, and they trusted the engine, and Leko went. And either Leko or Kramnik, I don't remember who was it. They played this move, and it turned out to be a losing move because the engine, if you let it sit after 10 minutes, it switches. It switches the evaluation directly opposite. Okay, from black winning to black losing. Yeah, that was a great lesson for everybody there. That was a long time ago, but still true. All right, so we looked at this. We looked at Svidler. We're missing. We're Salem. How many games there are? 1, 2, oh my God, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tie breaks, yeah? All right, I guess I'll have to skip some of them. I'll just have to go really quick, okay? All right, so let's look at this one. So Salem versus Danishvar. Salem is huge favorite, but this Danishvar survived until the tie breaks, which means this Danishvar is pretty talented. All right, this is very famous line. Pretty sure this has been analyzed to draw. Yeah, it's a draw. White is a little bit better. White is a little bit better, but see, black trades the key piece. Wait, Salem just lost it? Oh, he should have played rook f1 first, yeah? Or rook h1 first. Oh, he missed rook b6. Oh, okay, now he has problems actually, yeah? He's actually has huge problems. h4, 94. Okay, how did he survive this game? 96, gf4, rook h4, king here. Okay. 96 here, fg3, right? Because black has a tempo here. So, okay, this is safe. This is safe play. Yeah. But white has huge chances. You know, if we had Corona playing white, this is a 1-0, of course. This is 1-0. So the knight on g5 was well placed. So what was the problem, yeah? What was the problem? So you're supposed to have the knight on g5, not on f4, which is kind of strange. See, the computer brings the knight to g5. Yeah, but now it's now black is okay. So you need the knight on g5 to prevent this bishop f7 block. Yeah, but now black is okay. Okay, he could play f4, but okay, here I don't have again this thing. Nice defense by Salem, yeah. Nice defense by Salem, and this is just draw. Wow, very lucky, Mr. Salem, very lucky. Yeah, but if you survive game like this, the next game you win, usually. And that's exactly what happened, yeah. Very... Wait, but... Isn't knight d4 like Lasker? Yeah, knight c3, knight d1. Isn't this like ancient Queen's Gambit declined? Actually, this is the line I played against Salov in 95, yeah. I played a3, do some b4, e4 stuff. Crazy game. Okay, black is okay. This looks correct, but he has to be very careful, yeah. a4 is necessary to disconnect these guys, but the problem is this bishop. So black has to play queen c7, rook d8, bring the bishop here, and then try to go for e5, and the bishop gets in here. And black is okay. So let's see. Wrong rook. Wrong rook. This rook, then bishop here, and if necessary, bishop goes to e8, because bishop on e8 is actually not bad. He supports the whole chain. And then you can bring him like f6, bishop f7. Yeah, but now this... Okay, so rook c7, no? Okay, rook c7. Rook d5, okay. Why? Why sacrifice? Yeah. Okay, he wanted to have active game and create threats. What? Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, if you take then rook d1, yeah? No, queen g4. Queen g4. The idea of bishop g6. Okay, white needs the queens on board because black is playing without the bishop, yeah? And then you just enter here, yeah? So check here. Wait, black can do the check and just make a draw, yeah? Rook d5, king e2. Black is playing very provocatively. Apparently bishop b2 is possible because if you take, then check, and rook is hanging, yeah? And rook d5, you take with the queen. So bishop b2 was possible. Black had 9 minutes on the clock. Salem actually had a good position, but then he misplayed it, yeah? He misplayed it. And now black is doing okay. But bishop a6 is very strange. Move allows bishop e4. Why? Why would you allow this? The bishop hits everything. Bishop is dead. Rook is hit. White is winning. Yeah, rook d4, yeah. King d2, just rook h4 and check. Okay. Okay, clinical. Temporarily, black has 2 pawns and bishop, but b5 pawn is gone. And if this pawn is gone too. And you don't have passer. So it's lost cause. Yeah, you had to play c3 and hope that white takes, and then you take and create a fortress, but it's not gonna happen. Yeah. Yep, and a7. Yep. Yep. Okay. Experience 1. Yeah. Black playing like in Title Tuesday, sacrificing everything. This is not Title Tuesday, man. Come on, anybody can miss Rook takes C6 in a single game. Besides, Fabi passed to the next stage and he gets... You don't understand, these guys like Fabi, they only get stronger and stronger with every game. Trust me, the whole game he played really well, yeah? He just missed this Rook C6. So okay, you can miss it one game. But he still continues to play great chess and he pretty much qualifies for the next rounds and you know, he's actually getting stronger and stronger with each game, okay? So Fabi actually is #1 player, not #1. Magnus and Fabi, yeah, are #1 and 2 players. Naka is 3rd. You know what? You know, guys, what is my dream final? My dream final is Magnus Carlsen versus Hikaru Nakamura. In the final. Who wants to see it? Raise your hand. I want to see... because I want to see Sauron versus Aragorn in the finals. Okay? Alright. The return of the king. But in this case, it's kind of unclear, yeah? Because the king was obviously Magnus, yeah? But if the king is Magnus, then who is Naka? Maybe Naka is Sauron. It begs questions, yeah? Okay. Who knows? Naka is Saruman? No, come on. Saruman never got married. So he's definitely not Saruman. Magnus win if he's not drunk? Alright. We're getting all these predictions, yeah? But if Naka wants to get to the finals, I think he has to pass Caruana first, right? I think they meet somewhere. That will be actually the big question of who is #1 in the US. Because right now, Naka and Fabi, they're like competing for this #1 spot, with Naka successfully returning to the competition. Okay, because Fabi held the spot for a very long time. And now Naka is there, okay? How to study middle games to improve positional strategy play. There are a lot of books, actually. It's called calculation exercises. You need to study them, and you need to study all those pawn structures in the middle games, okay? So the best thing to do for you would be just to go over like the entire World Chess Championship match collection, because that way you get perfect like basis of getting all those pawn structures, okay, from the classics. But it's going to be time consuming. But again, if you want to improve in chess, like, and want to have really good understanding what's going on, you have to invest time. All right. Anyway, this was this match, right? So Salem wins. Next we have Yu Yangyi versus Bakro. Okay, let's see how Bakro managed to qualify. Playing Petrov. Okay, why not? Oh my God, this reminds me of my game versus Magnus in 2007. Queen G5, F6. Yeah, but black is fine, yeah. All right. And Yu Yangyi lost with white. Actually, guys, if you noticed, a lot of people losing with white, yeah? A lot of people losing with white. So these days, black is actually truly equal. Okay? And Bakro plays the French defense. Yay, man. Good job. Because the French defense is now one of the best openings to play for black, if you know what you're doing. I mean, Bakro suffered with white quite a lot, yeah? So he decided, if I suffered with white, why am I not playing this with black? Actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, c4, first line. My God, chess has changed since my professional days, yeah? No more, you know, I would just take on f5, take on d4, and agree on a draw, yeah, without thinking much. But apparently c4 is theory. First line. Just give up the pawn. Incredible. Okay, a5 makes sense. Yeah, you want to stop b4 and then b5 or something. Bishop here, bishop a4, and queen c7. 97. Why not bishop e7? Yeah, just castle. There's some g4, yeah, but okay. But 97. Knight g6. You know, the way he plays is like I'm playing Sicilian Khan, yeah? But except in Khan, I played just 97, knight g6. This guy played, what did he play? He played knight h6, knight f5, knight e7, knight g6. No comment. I think, and he spent only 17 minutes. And he still has 17 minutes. I'm pretty sure this Yu Yang Yi guy got seriously brain confused, yeah? With all these maneuverings. And despite all that stuff, he should have played bishop d2 and rook c1, just play positional strategic chess, followed by h4, h5, yeah? When you have knight on g6, h4, h5 is like mandatory, okay? Pretty much mandatory. Taking here, and then taking here. Okay, he wants to return his pawn. Missing pawn. Okay, advantage white. Correct. Take. Black is lost. Oh my god. Incorrect. He just missed rook f1, man. Attacking this pawn and you can't castle because the bishop e7 and you lose the exchange. My god, but Croy got very lucky, yeah? Bishop, rook f1 anyway, yeah? Ah, rook f8, okay, rook f8. Wait. And after rook d6, with idea rook d1. You know, but f6 is black's only salvation. He rushed, yeah, a little bit. What did he miss? He took with the bishop. Oh my god. You're saying he really missed queen e2? Oh my god. See, a strong grandmaster missing queen e2 resource. A very strong grandmaster missing queen e2. That's kind of tells you how hard this tournament is, yeah? And black wins. Sure, white has some compensation. No compensation. No compensation. This endgame is completely winning. Yeah. Rook trade, okay. But how do you win? The only way to win is if you bring this king here. You need to set up sort of defensive. Bishop b5, rook e2. That's how you win, yeah? Rook e2, trade the rooks, and then you win. Yep. He hit on the right plan. And these pawns are stopped easily. King f5, king g7, and that's it. Yep. Yep, the only thing is to make sure this pawn doesn't get here, but okay, they're not kids, yeah, they know that. Alright, adventure in French land. Adventure in French land. Yes, this is the match that Mr. Dillman felt very, very emotional about, yes. Yes, 10,000 games. I don't think like every single move, but the ideas, the plans, and the structures shown. Hey, Panic, what's up? No, I actually have terrible memory, but I do remember some core things that I need to play. You know, you don't need to, you know, Magnus is at a completely different level, yeah? To be at the level he is, he needs that. For me, you know, to be at my level, I'm 2640, yeah? It's enough for me to be here, okay? Remember what I remember. Basically, what I need to remember is how to play London with white, pretty much, and how to play some Spanish with black, or Sicilian Khan, yeah, against e4 and against d4, I don't know. Slav Schlechter, I haven't analyzed in a long time now. I don't remember it. So I don't actually know how to play Nimzo, a lot of lines. So I just wing it. Or I play Dutch defense. Okay, Dutch defense is my favorite. It's a huge fighting opening. I actually have a huge regret that last time I played Magnus on Title Tuesday, he played d4 and I automatically responded knight f6 instead of playing Dutch defense. I so wanted to play Dutch against Magnus, but when the game came, my mind was somewhere else and I played a knight f6 and I was like, oh crap, I forgot. I wanted to play f5. And, you know, I believe in the Dutch defense. When I was younger, I played Grunfeld and I thought Grunfeld just equalizes, okay? For the top professional player, Grunfeld is just a draw with black. These days, it's Queen's Gambit declined, okay? Everybody plays Queen's Gambit decline and it's a draw. And if white doesn't want to play Queen's Gambit decline, he has to play Catalan, and Catalan is analyzed to pretty much move 40 in every freaking line. And that you have to remember. So I don't want to remember that stuff, okay? And that's why I don't play it. Okay. Yes, Dutch Leningrad, but against certain systems, I'm now old enough to understand that, you know, it's necessary to adapt. And there's some lines where I play e6, but no Stonewall. I cannot play Stonewall. I hate Stonewall. I hate Stonewall with both colors. All right, so let's see this match. This match is Blue Baum versus Vidits, and incredible match actually. So b6. And we have, yeah, Matthew is a great theoretician. He knows his stuff. E4, first line. Yeah, because, you know, I would just play E3 here and try to go for the minuscule advantage. But E4 is very principal line, apparently. So take, knight d7. And now, wait, he didn't play H4, G4? Come on, man. I'm disappointed. Because black is now completely okay, yeah? Completely okay. Yeah. Okay, draw game. White's active rook compensates for this isolated pawn, e4. Trades, massive trades, and... Wait! What? Mr. Dillman, doesn't this remind you of the last game in their match where Blue Baum also blundered in the dead drawn rook endgame? Does it remind you of something? Does it seem familiar? My God. How can you... No, man, come on. King g7, rook a3, anything, just draw. Guys, this is what people give to the beginners, okay? However, to be fair, we have to point that something like this was missed by Boris Gelfand in his rapid tiebreaks versus Vishy Anand. If Boris, and he drew if he had won that rook endgame, he would actually have huge chances to become the world champion. See, rook endgames are important. All right, so Vidit actually lost this game. Wow, look at their match. It's crazy long. So Vidit must win with white, and let's see how he does that. Caro-Kann, bishop e2, queen g3, solid. And bishop d1 with the idea of knight e2. Okay, interesting. So, I don't like this move, but okay. And white plays very, very slowly, yeah? I like this bishop c2, you know? Normally you would think about playing f4 and putting this bishop somewhere here, but I like this c3, bishop c2. Because white wants to play e5, d4, and then has pair of bishops. And actually I think white is better now, yeah? So maybe here you should play c5, yeah? c5, knight c6, and go for d4. If you go for d4, then this bishop is a little bit locked, and then e5, yeah? I think that's how black should have played this. Keep this bishop locked, because after bishop c2, e5, d4 is coming. So c5 is probably necessary. a5, and white just goes for an attack. Yeah, this is very unpleasant now. c5 must be played. Oh, this is definitely panic. No, f5 is bad. f5 is bad. You had to take this, of course. White takes with the knight. Queen d3 the threat, so knight c5. And then you just try to trade as many pieces as possible. If necessary, give up the central pawn. But, you know, just note that there's this thing, okay? This bishop is closed because white is making a stand on this bishop and the attack, the power of this bishop, okay? At the cost of this bishop less being locked in by his own pawns. Which is why it makes sense sometimes to just close this bishop, give up the central pawn, but the rest of your pieces become very, very active, and your bishop is much better than this guy. Okay, so there's certain compensation if you play like that. Okay, that's one way how to defend against these crazy attacks. Alright, so let's see what happened. f5, because f5 is not good. Because white just has to play g4 and break through this thing. That's what he's doing. b4, not b3, b4, okay. Because you need bishop d2, rook b1 to keep all these squares under control. So knight b6. Ooh, I didn't even see that. White can actually grab this pawn. So in addition to having an attack, white also has a free pawn here. b5, very accurate. King d1, 97. But yeah, but now white doesn't have to go for an attack, yeah? This knight is good, but he locks every other single piece out, yeah? This knight has no moves. Knight potentially goes to b6. Alright, so white can just play very slowly this part of the game. Bishop d2, nice shots. That's why the computer plays this first, okay? Then you can play with queen d3. Okay. Yeah, but without this bishop, black has some chances. Not too many, because knight goes here and hits all these guys, yeah? b6, knight a6. Knight here is actually very useful. Takes away the square from potential doubling. And yeah, but white still has to win this, yeah? How do you win this? This does not seem correct. Yeah, I don't understand why black doesn't play knight a5 and just trades all the pieces here. So what is this endgame, yeah? What is this endgame? Knight goes to b3, king goes to p4. You break the blockade on a5, then you play a5, and should be win. Unless black brings the king to c7, plays knight c8, then it's a draw. Not exactly draw, because white goes bishop d1, g4. I'm talking about king and bishop versus king and knight endgame. Yeah, but white has a breakthrough. Yes, he can play g4 in the endgame, put the bishop here, and hit this guy. And then, because of the king having to protect this pawn, you break through here. So the endgame is winning. So he plays like this, but g4, and now black collapses. Black's defenses collapse completely. Queen d7, queen e4, and rook a1 with the idea of simply doubling the rooks. Look at this pawn collection. Valiant defense, but black is lost. Wow, nice comeback, yeah, nice comeback. Well, to be fair, black got outplayed, and because he played this f5, yeah, and he blundered this a3 pawn. Yeah, big fight, big fight. Good job, guys. All right, so next game. Blue pawn plays black again, because it's a new tiebreak, yeah. It's a rapid 10. a6, h4. I remember I analyzed this move like 20 years ago. And the idea is not so much as to attack, but to prevent g5, okay? In a lot of lines, black plays g5. But h4 is also useful because you have the rook here. And of course, you're preparing for this castling, and you go for this thing. Queen f2, attacking the pawn. And if you play c4, then f5 is a problem, as far as I remember. Okay, you prepare f5, play g4, knight here, here, f5, and then castle, and the queen and king go to f7. So, yeah, but okay, queen a5, b4, knight d1, that's how I played, yep. That's how I played. If you guys want to check, I played like this against Lotia in 1989 in New York Open. It was a very nice win. Castles, queen c5, but black is okay here. Why black is okay? Because he managed to put this pawn on b4 and sort of get the squares under control, and eventually bishop has access to a6. So white has nothing. He's trying to pretend he has something, but it's equal. Black is actually a little bit better. Oh, white is playing with fire. He actually has to be careful here, because if black plays queen d8 and then bishop e2, yep, white is worse. A little bit hasty, yeah, because of c4. Wow. Yeah, Vidit sees a lot of things, yeah. Vidit is very, very strong. He sacrifices this pawn, but this knight gets here, and it's advantage white, because this knight here is like worth everything. Worth absolutely everything. Vidit is extremely accurate. Black is lost. And yet, Vidit blunders rook c7. Wow. Yeah, black is lost here, but because of the spin, okay? Black is lost because of the spin and because of this knight controlling all these squares. But you have to be a little bit careful here. You have to be careful how to, yeah, a4 first, bishop here, and then rook a7, push the pawn. Yeah, he missed rook c7, now suddenly it's not clear. Because 98, yep. What does bishop d1 do? Ah, okay. Yeah, that also works. Not rook a4. Knight f7, nice. Okay, small chances for white, but really nothing, to be honest. g5. King d8, very nice. Wow. Great game. Great game, great save by Bluebaum. This is this game, right? And that's next game. Yeah, this was very tough match, guys. Very, very tough. Both players played well. Also did their share of blunders, but great fight. These are the fighters. All right, this is theory as far as I know. Yeah, you see, Vidit's theoretical knowledge is so great. He gets always great positions. Black is better. Amazing. Black is just better. Because knight e2, bishop b2, and black is ready to play d4. Superior bishop, centralization, d4 coming. Queen e2 is incorrect. Oh, he missed queen d7. Famous idea, bishop h3. This idea is standard in IQP, with pair of bishops alive, okay? Here and then mate. Okay, rook f8 is also okay. d4. d4 is just, you know, you want to draw. But black is better, apparently. Maybe it was good. Queen e7, bishop b8, and then set up the battery, yeah? That kind of looks actually very scary. d4 is just small advantage. Apparently take here and bishop d5, trade pair of bishops. White has some weaknesses. You know, I would just take on e3, but then the bishop is kind of dangerous. So I would probably take here, take the rook, play b6, and then hope for something, but it's equal, yeah? But this is definitely equal. Queen d1, very nice move because you take with the knight. And now black is a little bit worse. But not anymore. So these guys love playing endgames, huh? Yeah, that's what I like about these guys. They love playing endgames. Every single game ends in an endgame. And I think Vidit's endgame skills is superior. I would have taken on b2 probably, yeah? But okay. And finally it's a draw. And finally it's a draw. They still play. My god, it's a huge fight, yeah? They play until nothing is left. Huge fight. And now we get back to the winning. So the first to win is Vidit. And Matthew plays bishop b4, very sharp line, c5, wow. I imagine that Vidit knows this line. Pair of bishops, small advantage white. Black is extremely solid though. This does not look right. Again, white has superior position out of the opening and pair of bishops. Now he wins the pawn. King f2, first line. Guys, king f2, how do you like this move? In a game where you have queens on board and a bunch of other pieces, king f2 is the first line move because black is completely paralyzed. Queen has no moves. And what does this do? It creates the threat of rook b1, rook b8. It forces black to go into the endgame, and we already know that Vidit has superior skill in the endgame, plus in addition has a pair of bishops and an extra pawn. So the game is won. e4, centralization. The computer says knight e4 best chance, but again, chasing the queen. Finally, if you don't trade, then bishop e5, yeah? The knight has been hit. or queen trade. But if you trade the queens, white's advantage is massive. Even it's opposite colored bishops because knight is bad compared to this guy. Weakness. And black has to play g5, knight g7, knight e6. Terrible knight. Absolutely terrible. And black is losing everything, yeah? Wow. Very nice endgame technique by Vidit. Very impressive, to be honest. What also is impressive is Matthew's willingness to fight back. Oh, dc4. Huh. Wait, oh, immediate queen c2. I thought it was anti-mirror and it was e3 queen c2. No, he plays queen c2 immediately. Yeah, then you have to take, otherwise it's e4. Forced. And we have this position. You were supposed to take on e7 first, yeah, but then knight c3. Wait, if you take on c3, it's bishop d6. If you take on e7, then it's knight e, then it's b3. Take knight b5, knight c7, rook b7. Okay, crazy. I don't know. White is okay, yeah? Knight e4 and c5. Wow. Yeah, standard. Yeah, but if black plays c5, he is better. Because he undoubles his pawns, opens the bishop, white's entire center crumbles. King e7, black is better. Has to be played. Take. Queen c6, and black is winning. -2. So the question is, how did white manage to not just survive this, but to win? First line, knight f4, first line. Oh, he took this guy. Okay. Very impressive, yeah? He had to find g5 here. Keep this knight alive. This knight is very, very strong. Very strong knight. Check. Bishop c6, also very strong. b4. Tactical tricks. Take. My god, Vidit finds almost all the best moves, yeah? Knight d3 here. Yeah, he could have played bishop d5. Yeah, bishop d5, just take the knight and keep the pawn alive. And now after queen c4, okay, knight e5, black is still winning. And this is a critical mistake. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. What happened is that, you know, when such players like Vidit, you know, super solid players. It's not about super solid players, I'm sorry. It's about time. 7 seconds, 12 seconds. Time scramble. Nobody is safe in a time scramble. Knight g4, terrible, yeah. Had to play knight d3, bishop e4, taking away all the key squares from rooks. And then black is winning. Knight g4, knight is gone. Okay, knight is just gone. Because there is no knight h6. Queen g5, queen g7, rook e1 mate. So black just lost his knight. Wow. I imagine he should have played h5 with the idea of keeping king safe on h7, and then it's equal. Instead, he goes for this, and white is actually up material. Wow. Blitz, what can I say? And now we have the last game, because they just spent their entire tiebreaks, yeah? This tiebreaks, classical games draw. First rapid tiebreaks, wait, what? Right, first, a classical draw. First tie breaks 1-1. Second rapid tie breaks 1-1. This is blitz to get 2 blitz games. And now it's the first one to win. And it's crazy because actually, you know, it has nothing to do with the opening. Obviously, white is a little bit better. When you play blitz, it's no longer about the openings. It's about time management, and it's about not blundering stuff. Black is certainly fine. You know, normally I'm pretty sure he'll just play king f8, but 1 minute, okay? Nerves. They're both tired. They played a bunch of games. G4. This position is easier to play for black, but he remembers 97 c6 idea. Trading this guy. But knight f4, and had to play rook c5 actually. Bishop e6 is also okay. This is... it makes sense, yeah? He wants to prevent this, but rook c5 was also okay with idea of d4. Again, 30 seconds on the clock. What do you expect? Rook h8 looks safe. He plays safe. But he misses e4, and suddenly this endgame is extremely unpleasant because of this weaknesses everywhere. Very strong bishop, and rook is coming to hit here, okay? Wrong move. Had to play knight f5 and to take care of these squares. But okay. Here, and rook b6, he expected knight d5, but unfortunately for him, this rook endgame is lost. Because this rook is absolutely dominant. King comes to grab this pawn, f4, f5, king comes, and white wins. However, blitz, 5 seconds, 9 seconds. Blitz has its own rules. I was actually watching this live. And I could not imagine how white cannot win this. b4, okay, b5. All right, g6 wins, okay? g6 wins immediately. Instead, we get this, and suddenly black takes this pawn. King moves, check, check. And now, you know, instead of going like this way, or like even king g8, this guy plays here, and after rook f5, spotted by Matthew, it's a draw. Because queen, check, check, take, and this. So Vidi tries last chance, and I have no idea why. You could play any move here. You can play pretty much any move. King b4, king b3, king b2, king d4. Except the move in the game. Except this move. This is the only move that loses, and he finds it. I was so shocked when he played this move. Because, you know, just play king b2. King b2 and d2. Draw. King d2. And after rook c5, white has a bridge, and you cannot move this pawn. White queens. You need 1, 2, 3 moves to queen. White needs only 1 move to queen. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, okay, king b3 lose to g8. Okay, fine. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, but king b4 or king b2 just draws, yeah? Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And because it's first player to win, qualifies, Vidi qualifies. Huge match. A lot of comebacks by Blue Baum, but you know what I think Blue Baum should have done? When he won the first game against Vidit, right? Remember, that was a very lucky win for him. He lost this game. He should not have lost this game. He should have found a way to make a draw, and then he qualifies. So that was, you know, I think that was a big problem also. All right, we've done this huge match. Then we go to Yeah, that was this match. All right, let's go quickly. Siren. See, black wins again. Guys, you see a lot of black wins, yeah? What does it tell you? It tells you that black is doing fine. 24, endgame, correct. In the endgame, black is fine. He's a little worse, okay? Let's be honest. Black is worse in this endgame. What? What? I can't believe what I'm seeing. Bishop e3, and then, you know, fantastic knight on e5, potentially king g3, h4, you know, b3, a4, standard stuff, yeah? Advantage white. Minuscule, but see, lasting. f3 is definitely wrong. Definitely wrong. This pawn structure, not good. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit too harsh, yeah? But it doesn't seem right at all. e5, bishop a5, yep. Rook c8, and the problem is that you can't really play d5, okay? Because black just takes, and then here, and then this pawn is weak always. And if you play bishop c3, take knight e6, and again. But if you, okay, so he went for this, but after e4, black is better for sure. Now black is better because, see, this weakness, that's what black is pounding on. It is a draw, but f5, I like that. Black slowly improving his position, eventually takes. Because if you take with the pawn, that will create an additional threat by infiltration. So he takes, oh, he takes with the pawn. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's why the computer takes with the rook, okay? Because if you take somewhere here, it's check, and it's just, you know, active rook. Yeah, you don't care about this. You need to trade rooks, and opposite color bishops just draw. So activity is more important than material. He takes with the pawn, but after bishop d6, now black has a potential pass pawn in addition to file and pressure. Crazy. Rook h7. Okay, Nihal is like diverting his attention to this thing. Yeah, why not rook d1? Okay, then you play rook c8. Yeah, it is very hard to play this now. Rook f2, okay, he found great defense. Bishop g4 here. f4, okay, looks good. King f3 actually. Bishop is extremely passive. And black is finding a way to infiltrate. Because you cannot move the king, yeah? Because check, check, bishop here, and pawn queens. So that's what black wants to do. He wants to get this pawn moving. And white needs to keep the rook controlling both this pawn, but also black has these pawns. So that's why it's winning, okay? Because you cannot have, you can't control both. And all white pawns in the center, they're completely locked. While black pawns are coming. Yeah. Well played by Nihal, yeah? Yep. Endgame. Yeah, Mr. Dick going to the endgame was not that good idea. And Bogdan's playing Dutch. Alright, Dutch defense, Leningrad. Bravo. Queen e8, not good. Yeah, you don't play queen e8 here. You play either queen c7, rook e8, e5. Or you play... yeah, you don't mix queen e8. Queen e8, some reason, it's not good. Or you play something like here, b5 or something. Yeah, rook e1. And e4, standard, but d5, okay. Rook e1, knight c5. Yes, this is how you should play with white. If you want to play a solid game, you just play d5 and keep the pawn here. And play knight d4 and just trade everything in the center. Because black doesn't have much choice, he is gonna try for this. Knight d4 prevents g5. Black has to play this, but if you play this, it's a lot of trades. And yeah, queen e4 runs into c5, okay. Knight e6, and it's just equal. Wait, you didn't take on g7? Okay, because this pawn is, yeah, this pawn is like gone, yeah. So he's trying to create something, but it's really nothing. Yeah, f3 is correct. Bishop f3, queen takes c7 maybe even, yeah. Yeah, but take g4. Oh, take this, okay. Yeah. Yeah. And h4, yep. King h2. Unfortunately for black, there are not that many ways to avoid the perpetuals, yeah. Actually, black could play bishop c6, but it only leads to a draw. And in the end, white just wins the game. But okay, black offers a draw because he's losing. Yeah, smooth performance by Nihal. He did get a little bit lucky in the endgame, the first game, but he exposed his opponent's inaccuracies really well. Okay, Mamedov lost the first game with white again. Another loss with white. Another loss with white. Pair of bishops. How can you lose this? This does not look right. 94 actually looks okay. What? 94 is a little bit loose, yeah. That's why queen f4. Queen f3 hitting the rook. I mean, white actually needs to play a4 and b4 and start pushing these guys, okay? That's what he needs to do. He would love to play bishop f4, but bishop f4 is not played. And he could play it, yeah? He could play it. And then 95, and pair of bishops, 2 versus 1 here, some chances for a win. Instead 94, but after queen d6, suddenly black is better. Suddenly black is better and really gunning for knight d3. Wow. Counter-attack by bishop c3 does not work. Because queen g5. And in the endgame, black is better. He had to find rook takes c6. Gorgeous move, yeah? Gorgeous move. Absolutely gorgeous. Knight d7, knight b8, and then rook g8 and white wins. So after rook e6, rook e5, he missed knight d1. Check, check, resigns. Okay. Yeah, Nepo played really well this game. And in the return game, of course, white plays Rosalimo, which is very solid. Wow. Okay. This is usually why black plays something like a5, okay? Wait, he missed something. Okay, this was bad, yeah? You had to play castle, rook b8 and prepare b6. Knight f8 is too slow. And had to play rook b8. I think he completely missed knight b3, yeah? Completely missed this attack because there is no b6 and black losing the pawn. Black is losing the pawn. White just trades everything. And actually white is winning. White is completely winning, but he wants a draw, and he gets. Alright, what am I missing? White draw is white because this is a freaking rapid, not even classical elo. And make a draw, you just qualify for the next round. So, why take a risk, yeah? Why am I not following the chess tournament named PogChamps? You know, chess has very little to do with the PogChamps, in my opinion. It pretty much is they should just name it Streamers Beginners Chess Championship, okay? Pretty much. I mean, seriously. I mean, people blundering maiden one, queens, rooks, that kind of chess you can call professional? No, it's entertainment. I have enough entertainment, okay? I have other things to do for fun. Okay. Again, it's not bad. It's just entertainment, and there are many forms of entertainment. I prefer not to waste my time on this one. Okay, let's go. So, yes, Korana versus Ilmaz. This should be. Wait, did we not look at this already? We didn't, yeah. All right, let's see it. Queen's Gambit. Nope, Bishop B4. Okay. G5. Oh, super sharp line by Fabi. Obviously, he knows everything here. So let's see what the maestro does. He plays this. B4. Okay, white is actually playing very sensibly. Prevents castling here. And you don't really want to castle here, so the king will stay in the center for a while. But the question is, what is white gonna do? Is he played b5, which should be met by c5, or... You know, white just built a very solid defense against knight c4, controlling the f5 square. But the question is, where does king go? Yeah. The only thing I think about this king, if he's gonna play f4, king f2. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. And then you bring the knight to e5 and something. So let's see. This is pretty dangerous. It looked dangerous to me because of h5, but okay, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, he doesn't play f4 at all. I'm just curious, why can't you play f4 here? See, it's possible, yeah? And if g4, then this pawn is kind of loose. Yeah, then knight b3, knight c5, okay. Okay, but castling is also possible, according to the computer. Knight f3, okay. Knight e5, okay. g4, Wait. Yeah, see, black disconnects these pawns. And this is not good. Because you don't have time to hit to defend everything. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't like to play knight e5. That's why I wanted to play f4 and then knight f3 to protect this knight, and then so you can take with an f pawn or d pawn and everything is protected. That's why I like to play f4 usually before playing knight e5 in such positions. Because now he has to be very, very accurate. Knight a4 is not accurate. h5, h4, king is feeling hit. And see, this is a bluff, and black calls it. And black calls the bluff. Rook a8, taking over the file. Black pawn structure is good. Despite the pawns being all on the light squares, the color of the bishop, we still have queens on board. If there were no queens on board, even then, black is potentially better because of this weakness. White has to play e4 somewhere and try to connect this pawn, but it's not very likely. Yeah, I think rook a1 must be played. Oh, this is very passive. Yeah, he had to play rook a1 because he had actually time to check, take here, and then take on g3. Rook d2 looks very, very bad. Wow. Oh, wow. Beautiful play by Fabi, actually. Beautiful play. See what happens? He eliminated the defender. If you play h3, white has bishop f1. But after this, it's just mate. Okay, not mate, but these two pawns and bishop g4. We're gonna get another raid from Chess Gamerin. That sounds awesome. Thank you so much for the raids, Miss Gamerin. When is the next predictions? The predictions are coming right after I finish my recap, man. Right, so you cannot take this pawn. Black has magnificent pawn structure. The rook is coming to h1. Actually, queen g4 could be played now, yeah. No, but queen g6 makes more sense. So let's see how Fabi finished this. Queen g6 and rook h5, yep. Yep, you don't have to tell former World Chess Championship candidate where to put his pieces. He knows it. Yeah, rook goes to f5. Actually, this pawn is going to be grabbed. Maybe even queen e4, rook e5. Queen f6. Yep, queen e4. Oh, grab more pawns. Why not? Yeah. Grab more pawns. King d7. There is nothing there for you, man. Okay, d4 perfectly played. The bishop protects this pawn. Okay, we don't need this pawn, I guess. Black has a lot of pawns here as well. Oh my god. Yeah, this is pretty funny, actually. b2 and... Wait. Oh, bishop c4, okay. And d2, yeah. Finally, yeah. Finally. Yeah, the fantastic performance, of course, by Black. Single inaccuracy being ruthlessly exploited, and he actually beat him in the second game too. Just in case, no draws, he just beats him. This is pretty famous line. Queen c4, okay. Knight c6, come on, even I know this. This is ancient stuff. 20 years ago, it's been played by Gelfand, and everybody... Okay, he probably doesn't know it, yeah? Oh my god, he doesn't know it. Oh, he doesn't know this stuff. Whoa. I'm shocked. Alright. Wait, what? Bishop d5 is enough, but Fabi wants to do it in style. He wants to beat him in style. Okay. Bishop b2, rook d7, right? Hitting f7, hitting the bishop. So rook e8. Extra pawn for white again. Queen d3, rook c8 mate threats. And white improves his position, trades the rooks, no more mate threats, extra pawn, and extra pawn is a win. For 2700 player, extra pawn is a win. Okay. Rook g2 could have given chances after bishop e4, king g3. You mean the previous game, right? No, but still, yeah, Fabi is a machine. He is getting a little bit older. He misses some things like rook c6, but look at this game, very impressive. Let's just show you 90% accuracy, okay? I mean, come on. He is clearly one of the favorites, especially now that he's survived the scare versus lower rated guys. He is gonna be a serious, one of the top competitors for winning this tournament. Alright, who else we missing? No, I'm not gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, I wanna do these guys, and then I wanna do the Rajabov, okay? Because it's already time. So 3. Wesley So plays b3. Psychological weaponry is used. Black sacks the pawn. Wow. Jules is ready for b3. Nice. Advantage black, because white lacks good squares, but okay, 23 and equal. No, but come on, rook e8. What rook e8? 94. Okay. Okay, playable. Yeah, but the bishop, the pawn is on the wrong color, man. See what white does? Plays b4. Starts putting stuff on the dark squares. Basics. Black is okay. Black is okay still. But he has to start paying attention. He has to start worrying about this stuff. Rook f5 is wrong way. Rook is now very passive. Okay. Rook a8 activated. Check. Good. Good. Okay. Rook g3 first was also possible. I like the accuracy, guys. You see the accuracy, 97, 98? That's the top grandmaster stuff for you. Check. Why not king d2? Because king e5. King e5 anyway, and take on d3. And black is fine. 97% accuracy, gentlemen. Very well played. Alright, second game. 84% accuracy. Must be some crazy position. Let's see it. Knight e7. Wesley saw demonstrating his new approaches to chess. This is Berlin 97. I've never seen this. Makes sense. Knight g6. Makes a lot of sense, actually. Black actually put the knight on g6 before white managed to put his knight on g3. Wow, okay. Incredible. Yeah, h3 would be a little bit... Okay, normal. Take, take, take. f4. Advantage white. Jules playing really well. Actually, white has advantage, yeah? But apparently this is a mistake. You cannot allow f6. If you allow f6, black's fine. So bishop d4, and then preventing c5, and then preparing f5, okay? That's what gives white advantage. If you manage to play f5, keeping this pawn alive, then this is advantage, yeah? Because knight on g7 sucks. Really sucks. But after... oh, he didn't play f6. Wow. He plays c4 instead. Okay, makes sense, right? Takes 94. So you have to play bishop e6. Bishop e4, trade. Put the knight on f6 because bishop should be here, covering this stuff. He goes back. And f5, first line, but... b5, yep. Knight f5. First line. First line. Advantage white again. A mistake. But queen f5, queen e5 is very scary. And white is now winning. My god, what a game by Jules. So what did he miss? Oh, he missed queen e1 with the idea of bishop d4. Really? Oh, rook e6, yeah? Rook e6, okay. No, but this looks very winning. g3 is still okay. +4, come on, bishop e1, yep, check. Check. Rook e5. No, come on, computer. Seriously, king h4? Wow. But the threat is real, rook g5. So you have to play this. And then this threat. And hitting the rook. Actually, rook e6. Damn. Chess is hard, guys. Chess is hard, yeah. Incredible. Incredible. Instead, he plays rook e4, which also looks winning because of rook g4. But now rook g4 makes no sense. +2 again, queen e2, he finds it. Check. Rook e6. Oh, come on. How can you trade queens, man? How can you trade queens? Rook e6. He didn't see this. And what did he miss? Oh, he missed rook f2. Oh, okay. And if queen g6, queen d5 with the idea of rook e6, and if rook d8, rook e6 anyway. Wow, but this is so hard, guys. This is impossible, yeah? Yeah, but incredible performance. If Jules wins this game, he qualifies, yeah? Wesley extremely resourceful, but and he managed to survive this. Actually incorrect. Bishop also incorrect. And they agreed on a draw. Wow, what a game, man. Yeah, Jules had all the chances to win. Jules had chance to win. Oops. Oh, come on, man. This was actually an incredible game. Fantastic play by both. Fantastic attack by the current French champ. But wait, where were these guys? Yep. So yeah, if he wins this, he would have knocked out Wesley out. Amazing. All right. And if you don't win game like this, then you lose. Bishop e6, c4, and black's fine. Knight goes to c5, advantage black. And Wesley is not gonna give him slack. If Wesley gets advantage, he wins. Yeah, d3. What is d3? Yeah, okay. d3 is if you take, queen c4, yeah, and then b3, and this pawn is weak. So queen c4. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. g4? What g4? Why don't you just make a draw, man? You're not better here. Queen f3, make a draw. You're not better at all. He missed queen c8. Oh my god. And now we see Wesley attacking, okay? And he actually is gonna score the point here. Second pawn. Yep, no chance. No chance. Wow. Yeah. That's a difference, okay? That's a difference between players like Wesley and Mossard. The defense level for higher rated player is way higher. It's much harder to break through their defenses, even in completely winning positions, while they break through your defenses pretty much effortlessly. Okay, and black plays Hippo. Bravo for playing Hippo. But against Wesley, it's probably not the greatest idea in the world. Sorry. Against Wesley, so... Oh, actually, black is doing fine. Amazing. Guys, look at this. Black is doing fine. You had to come up with knight g8, knight f6 idea or something. And then f4, knight f6, g5. Yeah, he actually got a little bit of the game here. What? Yeah, but g5, man, come on. g5. g5 is fine. You can grab this pawn with the queen later. He missed bishop e6, yeah? Yeah, and then this pawn center crumbles. He had to play rook f6, of course. 96 is winning. And he missed bishop c8, last chance. You need to trade this bishop, of course. He plays this. Okay, but yeah. Yeah, everything is hanging. Everything is pinned. And white gets the point, yeah. Okay. White is completely winning. Black offered a draw and white gave him a courtesy draw. All right, another incredible match. There are rumors you play b3 when you're better than your opponents? No. You play b3 to get the game, to get stuff out of the opening. But it almost backfired, yeah? Alright, I don't actually want to go over a Jabov game. I'm getting very tired. So Erigasi wins in the main time. We saw this. Ponomarev wins. Way to go, the generation. Vitigov loses to Berkic. Berkic actually beats Gelfand and Vitigov. Amazing. Oh, but that's it. Okay, so let's go over... Okay, let's go over Ponomarev because, you know, he is my old friend. So let's go. Two solid players play. What happens? It's a draw and unless it's a tiebreaker, yeah? Unless somebody has to win. And eventually we'll see a winner. After many draws, we'll see a winner. So Ponomarev has advantage. Again, double pawns. Huge advantage, but blitz and strong mating illusions. It's an illusion, okay? It is an illusion, but it is a scary illusion. See, it forces you to make moves like this. And now it's actually not easy to win. I'm pretty sure he wanted to play rook e1, but then queen f5, yeah. So queen e2, and finally he wants to get rid of this pawn, but black takes this pawn, and it's equal, yeah. And it's equal, okay. So that was this game. We have the kings on board. Another very, very solid line, followed by very solid play. A lot of very solid exchanges. Black is better. It was actually a huge advantage because of the far pass pawn. And black is winning. And Ponomarev winning again. How the hell did he not win this? King f8. Oh, guys, you see this? It's brilliant, yeah? King f8 and king e7. You just ignore this threat because the rook is not taken with the check. Yeah, but then rook a2 anyway, yeah? Can you take rook b1, king e2? Oh, there is rook a1, right? So, okay, so you have to play it here. The idea is that black king just runs over here. Yeah, so it should be winning, yeah? But he plays f5. He plays f5 with the same idea. He wants to run the king. So rook e2, king f7. And what is the problem? Why is this not winning? I'm trying to understand. Why is this not winning and the other one was winning? You know what? You know the secret? The secret is that here you play pawn move to get the king here. When you play king f8, you already bring king closer, and if you don't get here, you get to c5. See what I'm saying? White is not in time to play king c3 to stop king b4. So to demonstrate the point, king is here and is on b4. Okay? And it's a win. One tempo. And you play f5, you bring the king here, but white brings the king and stops you from progressing. Thank you for the sub. DGN, thank you so much, RDGN. Guys, at this point, in this tournament, you don't worry about rating points. You worry about qualifying to the next match and getting to the finals. Who cares about rating if you can get to the finals and get a spot in the candidates, okay? In the candidates, you're gonna take back all that rating points. Besides, again, trust me, rating points in this tournament is like the least thing you worry about. So after f5, it's actually a draw. Amazing. Oh, e4, because if you take here, then rook takes. And then it's check and... okay. Check. Guys, check is very, very important. And now you just make a draw here. Okay. So king f4, rook e4, rook e4 anyway, rook g4, yep. And the only way for black to win this, if you somehow get this rook to h4, take, and here, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because white's gonna play rook a4 or something, and then you just play h4, yeah. And this is a dead draw. All right, not bad. So next game, finally Ponomariov wins with black. See, this guy doesn't play anywhere. Le Quang just won the Bill Festival main tournament. You see how Ponomariov is, yeah? He is not the FIDE World Chess Champion for nothing. This guy was one of the top players in his time. And look at he's playing. He just beat the winner of the Bill Festival. He's still very, very sharp. His positional play on point. He's gonna go and he's gonna just maneuver until he finds the weakness and find it. See, after the trades, king goes to h5 and he found it. Pawn on g5 is gone. This pawn is gone. Knight f7. And then king comes because this knight gets to a5. So the king cannot come here. The king has to protect this pawn. And black gets to this pawn. Ideally. Let's see how that works in practice. And that's how it works in practice because that's how you win this pawn. And once you lose this pawn, it's game over. Okay? That's why you don't play Nimzo against this guy. No chance. Yep. So, the Quang lost was white, okay? So now his chance actually to try win was black, but his chances are very minuscule. But wait, really? No, he missed 95? And knight c3 hitting the queen? Wait, what is this? Queen d8? Ah, you take this pawn. So white does have rook, bishop and knight for the queen, but black has 3 pawns. So material advantage black. And pair of bishops, yeah, with strong potential attack. Yeah, Yeah, this doesn't look good for white. Okay, so Le Quan could have actually scored back. But he played knight b6. Logical move on one hand, opening the bishop, playing c5, c4, knight c5, but what is going on? What? After bishop f3, black is just better. So Le Quan had his chance. Le Quan had his chance, man. He had his chance. Bishop g5, yeah. Not easy to see bishop g5 though. And Pono is digging in his defenses to try to look for a fortress and make a draw. This is terrible move. Rook g8, yeah, attack. Because now suddenly white is better. Because weakness, strong pair of knights, as soon as you play f5, knight g5, white is actually better now, wow. Defensive move, knight e5, offense was better. But white just needs a draw, so he's looking for a draw and he's found it. This is a draw, guys. This is a draw without this pawn, because this is a fortress, absolute fortress. You know, if there is no knight and pawn, this might be fortress, but this is definitely fortress. f5, f4 coming. G4, interesting. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. This is children textbook draw, guys. Pawn on f2, rook on e3 is the chess beginner's introduction to fortresses. Okay, this is introduction to fortress, and this is dead draw because black king cannot pass this rook. And in order to win, black has to get the queen to f1, but white is not allowing this, yeah? So for black to win, you need to get this queen here to break this fortress, which is why white needs to keep his king in this triangle. And it's a dead draw. Yeah. Bloody game because it's a lot of nerves, yeah? Especially for the older guys like Le Quan and Ponomaryov. They both, you know, not young anymore. You know, they already played 3 bloody rounds of the main events, no rest, tiebreaks. In the tiebreaks, you have these games, and you don't have a computer in front of you. Yeah, you see 1 minute left, 2 minutes left. Your body is pumping that adrenaline, and you hope that you don't blunder stuff. Okay, unbelievable match actually. Yeah. A little bit sad that, you know, they had to play each other, but what can you do? It's a sport. All right, so we looked at Ponomaryov. I'm gonna look at Pragna versus. Okay, main. Oh, so we're finished, yeah. All right, fine. Let's look at Burkish game. French defense strikes again. Black wins again. My God. See, French defense. Everybody playing French defense. Rook h3. Okay, makes sense, yeah. With the king going here, rook protecting the third, also attacking here. f5, but if you play f5, what? Of course you take on f6. How can you allow this bishop to be closed, man? Of course you take first and then you move your bishop. Black is fine though, yeah. So the question, where you put this bishop? Bishop b1 here. See, he forgot his move order, yeah. I mean, why would you want to play bishop b1, yeah? He probably just got tired or something, yeah. King f1. I mean, if you don't want to take, just play king f1, yeah. Black is just better now. Wait, what bishop a5? Bishop b6 is coming. Or b4. I really don't like b4, you know why? Because this is a weakness. You're supposed actually to hit this weakness and actually just eat it and then push this pawn. So bishop b6 attacking this guy was makes a lot of sense. Now white is okay. Knight g5, g4, okay. Queen a1, rook b3, great. Advantage white. Okay, what happened? No, come on. What rook d3? What rook d3? Rook e1. And then I like this knight sack. Guys, you see this, yeah? I like this knight sack. It is so good, man. Apparently, because after f6, look at these bishops and the rook. Everything is hitting this guy. If black makes a draw here, he'll be very lucky. He has to play knight e5 apparently, for some reason. Okay, knight e5, you know what the reason is? You open the bishop, so white cannot take this pawn. Ah, okay, and then you take this thing. And even then, this is pretty crazy position. So after knight e5, you take on g7, and white is a little bit better. Yeah, but you don't trade the queens. How can you trade the queens, man? Actually, queen trade is okay for white, yeah? But, okay, knight h3, correct. Okay, so I'm wrong. Black is still a little bit worse. Yeah, this, you know, this is very hard to understand position. Black is pawn up. This cannot be right. You need knight attacking these guys. Rook a1 is coming. So bishop d2 was necessary, yeah? You need to activate, you need to get rid of this pawn and activate this bishop somehow. How? Big question, I don't know. So he plays bishop d2. The computer plays bishop d2 because this knight goes somewhere, you know, he's... then you sort of activated this bishop. Not really, yeah. So okay, let's see the game. Bishop e3, okay. Black is playing for a win correctly. Take, rook c4. Knight f4. King f7, okay. Knight f4, and it's a mistake. But why? Oh, you know why it's a mistake? Because he could play this, and if you take, there is this rook f4, rook f8, rook f7 coming, okay? So knight f4 is terrible because you lose an important tempo and... wait, what? Yeah, if black takes on e5, he just wins, yeah? Rook b4 is kind of weird. This is just equal. This is just equal. Okay, wait. That's why you play knight b7. So if he plays king f7, you give him check, you cannot allow g6, okay? And now he plays g6, advantage black. And now black is winning. Wow, what a game, man. Beautiful, h4. Wow. Black wins. Oh, crazy games, man. Crazy games. People see so much and yet they blunder some things. Yeah, this is that kind of event, okay? You can see very deep and then blunder in one move. Or you can see deep combo in seconds. White is winning. Yeah, I think Vidigov was very upset here by this point. Very, very upset. Black has advantage. What is this queen e7? How can you play queen e7 and fall for 94? Because now you lose the bishop and the spin. It's just gone, man. White is just winning. White offers the draw because if rook a6, queen c3. take, and you lose the stuff. So white offers a draw and black accepts because black is lost. See, +3, courtesy draw. All right, so finally, let's go to the predictions for the next round, yeah? Do we have the view of the brackets? Where are the brackets? Wait, where are the brackets, man? I don't see the brackets. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, let's start. So, guys, it's round 4 and very few people are left. Carlsen versus Keimer. Great match. Absolutely fantastic match. But Keimer is still lacking the stuff to kill Magnus. Keimer is good in openings. Keimer's middle game is great. Middle game is end game is also good. Everything is good, but Magnus is just a little better in everything. So the question is, will this match go to the tie breaks, or is it going to be 1.5 and half? Tough to say. Tough to say. I don't know. I think probably no tie breaks. So the killer, who is Sanal, he beat Abdusatorov, he beat Korobov. This is the guy who basically eliminated all the top players so far. He eliminated Ukrainian Korobov, and he is playing Ukrainian Ivanchuk. So Ivanchuk has to take revenge, yeah? But beating Sanal will not be easy. If Vasily takes his opponent seriously, it doesn't allow this match to go to the tie breaks, to the Bliss tie breaks. He can take it to the rapid tie breaks, is okay. But Bliss tie breaks, he cannot play. Yeah, this is going to be a very dangerous match for Vasily, considering that Sanal is like in a really good form, especially after the previous matches. Yeah, this is a very dangerous match for Vasily, but we're rooting for Vasily, of course, all right? Svein versus Wang. Svein has been improving steadily in the past few years, but Wang Hao is in a class of his own, so advantage Wang Hao. Yesipenko versus Gukish. Amazing matchup, amazing. Yesipenko rapidly improving, recently got huge sponsorship in Russia to get the crown back to Russia. We'll remember that, yeah. And he's playing Gukish, who is now, right now, live ratings, #1 Indian player in the world ahead of Vishy Anand. Gukish is also in a good form. But somehow I think that Yesipenko is a little bit better. Because I don't recall Gukish beating Carlsen in a classical game, and Yesipenko actually has that feat done in Vaikenze a few years ago, when Yesipenko was just a kid, yeah? Although, again, it could be just a one-off game, but still, beating a world chess champion, current, yeah, in classical games, a huge feat. So, Gukish has higher rating, but Yesipenko also was 27-50 at some point, I think. So this will be very interesting match. Can go both ways. Abbasov versus Fiedler. Abbasov again beat Giri. Yeah, actually this is a very dangerous match for all the veterans, right? Abbasov versus Fiedler, Sanal versus Ivanchuk. Yeah, this is the match format where the veterans, they will start to feel the pressure. Vokatura, the hero of the previous matches, he beat Dubov, but Salem will be a little bit more difficult. Bakrov versus Vidits. Again, another very dangerous match for the veteran player. And as much as I want to see Bakrov win, it's not likely because Vidit is a favorite. Michal versus Nepo. Nepo is a favorite, yeah? But not by much. Fabi versus Robson. An American matchup. Awesome. Awesome. Very interesting. Very interesting. You know, I'm rooting actually for Ray because I've been playing with Ray in the same Olympic team before Fabi came back to the US. So, and Ray didn't have many chances. He was extremely talented always, but he didn't have many chances. He's an underdog, clear underdog, but I'm rooting for the underdog. All right, Maksud Lu, Parham versus Duda. Another fantastic match. Duda won the World Cup before, right? I think. Didn't he? Wait, he beat Carlsen in the World Cup. Maybe he didn't win the World Cup. Oh, he lost to Aronian or something, right? But he was in the finals, I think. Parham didn't have this feat. So Duda is a favorite. Duda is definitely a favorite. Dominguez versus Vaitashik. Veteran versus former World Chess Champion Vishen and coach and top theoretical person in chess. Absolute top theoretical person. Dominguez also, he loves chess deeply, knows his openings, analyzes them in a great form. Pretty even match, I would say. Despite the ratings, Dominguez is better in everything else except the opening. In the openings, I think Vaitashik is a little bit better, but Dominguez is better in everything else. So if Dominguez survives the openings, I think he has a pretty good chance to outplay Vaitashik in the middle and endgame. Although Vaitashik is no pushover, he's also very good. But a little advantage to Dominguez, I think. Serrana versus Wesley. Another great matchup. So far, Serrana managed to finish all his matches in classical time format. Wesley had to play tough tiebreaks today. Also, Wesley is very shaky, right? Like, he had problems against Khan. He had problems against Mossard, yeah? But at some point, he will actually bring his true killer form and start really playing great chess. It might be this match, who knows? Fantastic matchup. Santos Latasa versus Grandelius. Santos beat Rajabov. Amazing feat, to be honest. Amazing feat. But Grandelius beat Amin. This I did not expect, to be honest. And now they both dark horses, they playing each other. No idea. I don't know them well. I know Santos a little bit. I played him quite a few times, but I never played a single game against this guy. And if he beats Amin, who is a pretty good player, he's got a chance against Santos. Erigesi versus Sindarov. Sindarov just beat Vasily Graf, but Erigesi can beat anybody, yeah? He is like Shirov in his when he was his most dangerous, yeah? So, but Sindarov beat Vashir. We cannot rule out that fact, yeah. So what I expect is that Sindarov will try to bring Erigesi into some deep opening prep. Erigesi will try to survive the opening and bring the game to the middle game where he is better. Again, apples and oranges. Ponomarev versus Berkish. Berkish's story is that he beat Gelfand, he beat Vitigov, both of them classical strategic players, and so is Ponomarev. And the question is, can Berkish beat the third master of strategic play, Mr. Ponomarev? You know, I have serious doubts about that, because Ponomarev, compared to Vitigov, has the nerves of steel, and Ponomarev is way younger than Gelfand. So I think Ponomarev, this is the good bright matchup for the veteran. But again, Berkish is in a great form this tournament. And Pragna versus Nakamura. Pragna showed great form in this event so far. Fantastic win against Legards, remember? Great win against Navarra. Classical matches. And I think that Nakamura is not going to have an easy match. However, once they reach the tie breaks, Nakamura's experience will prevail. Yeah, faster time controls is Nakamura's specialty, which is funny to say because yeah, see this? He drew this Indian guy before, the Kartik guy, but he beat him in the tie breaks. Just 2 games needed in tie breaks. So that's what I suspect. Either it's not very likely to be a win for Naka in the classical games. Not likely because Prague is like very strong, yeah. Plus very nice prep. So if Nakamura survives the prep, because he can easily lose to Prague now, actually, because his prep is not that great. But if he gets it to the tie breaks, then Nakamura wins the match. Yeah, I mean, classical portion is where Pragna is actually has his chance. So these 2 classical games is the best chance for Pragna. Okay. All right. But if Naka survives in the classical games, in tiebreaks he will prevail. You want Naka go back to his wife? What do you mean? Naka is with. I mean, his wife is with him right now at the tournament. What are you talking about? She's supporting him. You know, I'll share with you this little secret. When I had a woman at the tournament with me, I usually played much better than I was playing alone. Okay? But then again, I am not competing for the World Chess Championship title. I'm not trying to reach anything significant. But it's just so much nice, you know, when you have a partner who is supporting you, who you can talk to, you know, have some walks. You know, companionship is extremely important, especially in the World Cup events. Companionship is critical. I think it's absolutely necessary, required actually, to have somebody with you at the World Cup event, because this event is 1 month long. You guys realize it, yeah? If you'll be alone, you just go absolutely nuts. So you need a companion who keeps you in the steady psychological state. All right? It's required. It's not even. It's a given. Okay. I'm sorry about the ads. It's not my control. Okay. They told me to put some ads. I put some ads. I tried to space them as evenly as possible. If you have 9 ads in a row, it's Twitch thing. Okay, it's not my fault. I know your pain. I stopped watching Twitch because of the ads. You know, I don't know what happened, because it happened sometime like early this year, because the years before they had nowhere near so many ads. Okay. Also, it is probably a sort of a little nudge for you to maybe subscribe. You know, it's the cost of a coffee, and you get like less ads for the whole month, and you can play in the simuls against me every week. You know, but if you don't want to subscribe, I mean, it's your choice, okay? But then you watch 9 ads in a row. I guess that's the Twitch formula of success. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, because subscribers, they get like really big royal treatment or something. You know, I don't know about this Kick thing. I saw a bunch of people go to Kick, but somehow it looks like just the same, yeah. They're different because they just new. It's like, you know, a new competitor enters the market and they want to attract attention. What do they do? They lower the prices, they lay out sweet visions of future. And once they get, you know, established, they're like great competitors, and guess what? They become larger costs, everything larger, and they become basically the same guy they were competing with. So it's pretty normal. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So Banky subscribe. Bursmith, thank you for resubscribing for 30 months. Going strong for the 4th year. Yeah. Once again, guys from the Chess Gaming channel, thank you for the rate. By the way, who is Chess Gamer? I don't even know who this person is. Who is Chess Gamer, guys? Tell me, please. I have no idea. All right. All right. I guess we'll have to repay the favor and raid this person back sometime. All right. So hope you enjoyed the recap. Hope you enjoy some analysis of the tie breaks. I hope my insight, helped you enjoy this tournament, which World Cup I think is fantastic event. I personally love it very much. Just like the Olympiads, this is two of the events in chess that I really enjoy. I don't enjoy World Chess Championship matches as much because it's all about prep, who's got a bigger team, who's got a better prep, people going to the board, blitzing out like, first 40 moves of prep, shaking hands on the draw, going home. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. So tomorrow you will not see me, okay? Because tomorrow is round 1 of stage 4. And tomorrow is the Title Tuesday. So you'll see me playing Title Tuesday. You're probably likely to see me on Wednesday after the Arena Kings. I'll do the recap of the classical portions of the rounds. By that time, we'll have some eliminations. We'll have a lot of tie breaks for sure. Because, as people get more eliminated and they get more balanced in the class, experience, power, whatever you call it. Yeah, there were more even matches coming and more tie breaks. And tie breaks win because of that, because you get exciting tie breaks. If you get close to the same strength players playing, how do you win? How do you win? You gotta do some exciting stuff. That's how, right? So, so you'll probably see me on Wednesday for the recap of the classical portion, and then of course on Thursday after the tie breaks, just like today, we're gonna do the recap of the tie breaks. And yeah, pretty much you're gonna see me almost every day except the first day of the first match of the next stage. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm doing this, but we love chess, no? Alright guys, thank you very much, enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Title Tuesday.